going on, Tuesday painters? Welcome to another Tuesday stream. We got some subs before. I think I give some love to. Crazy Vazy, Jay Schaefer, Atsu, Riles, RYC, and then I can't see the rest. What are the rest, Evan?
Lord, Erican, 1234, and Gucci-licious.
All right, thank you guys so much for the subs. I appreciate it. And Painting Monkey as well, with the Prime sub. Yeah, I'm wearing a cheetah print shirt today. We're painting a lady with cheetah print. I felt that it was fitting. We needed to do that. Scott looking stylish today, indeed. Thanks for the feedback the other day. Very much appreciated. You're very welcome. And if you don't know what he's talking about, because Tubbleberry Live, that's a great name, is a Twitch sub. He has access to my Discord. And in my Discord, I have a painting feedback channel. And anyone can just at me at any time, and they get feedback during working hours. Adam Stevens, thanks for the Prime sub. What up, Hersher Mafk? All right, y'all. We got stuff.
Hey, before we switch to the paint camera, by the way, you still got, what do you call it? Garbage, zebraing, and so on is on.
Oh, okay. Let me turn that off.
I'm glad that we waited until we were live to do that. StarCraft Jason, subscribe with Prime.
Very nice.
9 months, that's a Prime baby.
Should be off.
Yeah, we're good now.
All right. How's your arm feeling? It's pretty good. I got a new tattoo. How the fuck do I show this?
Here, just do this.
Oh, there we go. It's a little big. It's a medieval style tattoo. I'm a big fan of, sword and board fantasy and stuff like that, and medieval time periods. And so I got a cool tattoo to, I guess, represent that. But it's feeling fine. He put like a skin on it. Zelox, thanks for the tattoo. Appreciate the compliment. He put like a skin on it that's used for like burn victims actually. And they made some for the tattoo industry, and he put that on top of it. It's supposed to stay there for 4 days. But the funny part is that the bottom of the skin and the top of the skin are like where my sleeve would be for like a sweater. And so when I had my sleeve down here, the bottom would roll up and expose the bottom of the tattoo. And then when I pulled my sleeve up, the top would like pull the skin down and expose the top of the tattoo. So I just took it off, and I've been just kind of cleaning it and washing it like you would a normal tattoo. But yeah, am I borrowing a shirt from Curtis? No, this is me, baby. I got the two-piece. I got the cheetah print shorts and the shirt.
I mean, I'm going to be real. You and Curtis have very similar taste in shirt vibes.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised to find such a thing in Curtis's closet.
Are you going to be playing Old World after Warhammer Fest release? Is Old World coming out at Warhammer Fest, which I'm assuming is happening in Q1 of this year? Is that what happening when Golden Demon's happening? Turtles, Turtlels, Slow, thanks for the Prime sub. I didn't hear, no, I'll pay too much attention to the Warhammer community website. Gang, what up, Flapjack Nickel Sack? In like 2 weeks? Oh my God. Yeah, we'll see. I'm probably not gonna jump on it like immediately. We'll see what it looks like, and we'll proceed with caution. Watch out for cougars and heat with that shirt. No kidding. We got some mail time to do here. What the fuck is this? Oh yeah.
Mail that just came.
My demon ship terrain pack just showed up. Young Gravy? Who's saying Young Gravy right now? What up there, Cornflake Justice? But a lot of the pre-orders for Adepticon for demon ship have shipped. One thing I didn't know about this terrain kit is that it comes pre-painted. And I thought that the edges would not be painted, of like the burn MDF, but it totally is. If I'm looking on the back here, you can't really see it, but like the inside of these I-beams have rust colors and silver. So even like the edges of the MDF kit, at least where it matters, are fucking painted. That's kind of cool, honestly. Not gonna lie. Even though I am a painter and I'm capable of it, it's still like, I mean, I love Song because it's so easy to buy a unit and then put it on a table and play like right away. And so that kind of accessibility is always appreciated. Girls Boat.
I was going to say, there's nothing that doesn't say you can't paint over the pre-painted stuff.
Exactly. Took a personal day, and there was suddenly Miniac. What a day! What up, Cornflake Justice? Added value, absolutely added value. And the other thing that we got in the mail, we're doing a Mindworks Studio sponsorship. I'm gonna paint a model called Pizza Boy. And,
Pizza Boy.
As part of that sponsorship,
They sent over Pizza Boy.
I sent over a pizza. No, I sent over a wet palette to take a look at. And you know, it looks suspiciously like another black wet palette that we just reviewed. Actually, you know what? It's different. It's definitely different. Let's take a look at this thing. All right, so we got a sponge, or no, a bunch of papers, pre-cut papers. Okay. There's actually a brush in here, and actually, you know what? It doesn't look like shit. It actually looks like a nice brush.
It's a strong endorsement. Does not look like shit.
Who knows? If I
on
may,
the back of the box.
I may start using it and determine otherwise. I don't know what these cost. But like the bristle length, what point they come to, like it all looks like good things so far. Haven't used them yet though. Scott hates Lizardmen. I do. Lizardmen are stupid. Any plans to paint the new Seraphim when they come out? Oh, definitely not. Sorry, that's why we brought up Space Lizardman.
There's going to be words about this later.
Scott hates wet palettes. No, I do not. He decided to get in the Discord today and be wrong about Skaven and Lizardman. Mindwork busts are so nice, hardly any cleanup. Yeah, compared to Big Child, I've never done a Big Child bust. I wouldn't know. Does the brush have a guide hair? No, it does not. It's okay to be wrong. I don't think that brushes come in the wet palette. I think they just did that for the sponsorship. So your mileage may vary. We have two sponges in here. Okay. This is definitely different than the other palette that I looked at that was black. We have an elastic band, very similar to the band you would get from that other wet palette company, Everlasting Wet Palette, Redgrass Games. And then we have a very simple little valve here that can be opened and closed to help with hydration. This is one thing that companies get wrong all the time. Like, there are so many different environments in which people paint. Do you really think this BB-sized hole is going to work for the driest environments and the most humid environments?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's kind of a rhetorical question. The answer is no. Like, this should be, I don't want to, I mean, like, that. You know how this can be fixed. You just need a bigger vent, more options. Because for me, this would not work. Like, when I leave my wet palette at night, I leave it with like that big of a hole. It's like, I don't know, 1 inch by 4 inches. So that's enough hydration for me, for the paint to stay moist, but still usable the next day, like a full, I don't know, 20 hours later. So yeah, looks like a perfectly fine wet palette. Got some handles to take the lid off. I always hated that about Redgrass Games palette. There was like no easy way to get the lid off on version 1. But yeah, seems totally fine. And that's it for mail time. Peekaboo, what up, kitten? What's that? Advertised to us, baby. Fuck, I'm so excited for Ghost Boat. Oh my God. Can we get a link to this terrain kit? Looks like Evan got you there with the demon ship link. And my palette dries in about an hour when in use. You should watch
more water.
You should watch the wet palette video because there could be reasons why it's happening. If you spread the paint out super thin, it evaporates faster. If you're not filling enough, like Evan said, not enough water in your palette, you can really put a lot of water in the palette. Basically, you want to put so much water in the palette that it's like barely just not coming over onto the paper. Like maximum fill. That's
the
what you want.
sponge is the bridge, but you can fill up the water all the way to the top of the sponge, basically.
Yeah.
That's how I describe it to new painters. The other thing, the colder the water is in the wet palette, the longer it'll last.
And why is that?
Rate of evaporation.
Makes sense.
Scott, why don't you tell the people about what we're painting today?
Yeah, sure. We're painting a Nico Galaxy model that I've been working on for a while and kind of slacking on. Not gonna lie.
He forgot how to say it.
A Neko Galaxy.
There we go.
There it is. There it is. What up, Derpy Dewey? We're doing okay.
And before we crack into painting, why don't you tell people about the giveaway we're doing?
For sure, yeah. So we're doing a big old Reaper giveaway today. Oh, I should get this closer to me. We are giving away a big Reaper Bones Dune Worm. No, what's it called actually?
I think it's just Great Worm or something like that.
Gormaw.
Oh.
What a fucking epic name. This model is gigantic. You can see how it compares to the size of my head. My head is huge. So this model is suitably huge. But yeah, great for Dune games, great for D&D, all things. And then we're also giving away 3 Reaper Bones blisters. These are Reaper Bones. I don't know if it says it doesn't say black on it. But let's get the painting cam up and we can show what the ones are. The first one is Darius the Blue. Darius the Blue? Yeah. A wizard. Very classic wizard vibes. The casting quality looks pretty fantastic.
I believe Bones USA is COcast.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because there's Bones Black. Bones Black being a different plastic, and then Bones USA, and I believe USA is COcast.
Yeah. I mean, this is insane. Like, this model is insane. What does this cost? Like fucking $5, $3?
I think Bones USA are between 6 and 8, depending on size.
Man, like these guys are the de facto, like generic fantasy range to go for fucking D&D. Like no one is touching them. So there's Darius the Blue. That's number 1. The next one is Lysette, Elven Mage. Again, just fantastic quality on this cast. Like all the belts, all the buckles, all the rivets, they're all visible. The fucking inscription on the blade, it's incredible. It's a really, really good casting quality. If it's CyoCast, might be a little bit more challenging to clean than typical resin, but not as bad as plastic, like the rubbery plastic you get from like board games. It's kind of somewhere in between. And then lastly, this is a Viceroy Scrutator. That is the name of the fucking model. I have no idea what that means. Looks like some kind of sci-fi thing. But yeah, this is also up for grabs today. These 3 blisters and the big old Bones Gormaw you can have once we get to 50 subs. We'll do a giveaway to any of the viewers. All right. Nice jacket, Scott. Thank you. Reaper all specifically Pathfinder designs. They got their own unique goblin style. It's very vicious looking. It's Viceroy Scrotum Tater. Got it. Yep, that was it. All right, let's paint this lady. Are the blisters part of the giveaway? It's all one giveaway.
Yep. One big Reaper bundle.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what we're doing right now is I'm working on the lilac color. This model is largely pastel tones, other than a few spot colors, like the blue, for instance, the blue of her hair, and also the blue in the cheetah print is all, that's very dark, but everything else is pastel. And so working on the lilac, and I'm just I base coated it all, and now I'm just adding some darker shading. I've worked on the edge on this one, the edge there. Here you can see there's some shading toward the bottom of the thigh and some recess shading. I've done this inner sleeve here, that inner sleeve, and now I'm working on the collar. No freehand fishnets, not on this one.
Not yet.
Never. Can't. Not enough time. And I'm slacking. Someone mentioned taking a personal day earlier in the stream. I also took a personal day on Monday, just so I could, I don't know, just relax a little bit. Actually had a crazy busy Saturday. It was filled with lots of fun stuff. I got a tattoo, and then I went and played Age of Sigmar. I ate a 20-minute lunch in between there, and then I came back, and it was like, I don't know, it was like 7 p.m., and then I hung out with my wife for the rest of the day. It was a pretty action-packed Sunday. Ooh, man, is the AC on right now? Because I am burning up.
It is pretty warm in here.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
I gotta put a cooldown on that Dan command.
There's a cooldown. It's like 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. Dan getting too many rocks in his pockets. I did get a tattoo, yes. Does she have some cyborg plating on her abs? Yes, she does. She does. Initially, I was gonna make the Uzis gold, but I was like, what if I make them green, metallic green? That'd be kind of fucking cool, wouldn't it? So not sure what we're gonna do with the metallic. Have you tried painting, Scott? That's what cheetahs do. Have I tried? Oh, panting. Oh, okay. Yeah, haven't tried that yet, but I'll try that and also sweating through my hands. Let's see how far that gets me.
It's so annoying.
Metallic green does sound nice. I'm kind of leaning toward that right now. In the concept art, she has golden guns, and I've always liked that idea so much. But I wanted to do like golden guns with like black handles and stuff like that. I think the contrast between those two, like a nice rubbery like grip and like a gold like top half here, it would be really cool looking instead of making the whole thing golden. And like like a golden top, black handle, golden clip, like that'd be really cool too. Make these little plates on her abdomen gold as well. Make all the clips gold. That'd be cool too. Or metallic green, one of the two. Not sure yet. Lol sniped, thanks for the prime sub. Some crispy looking skin, yeah. I like to look at it with the head of the model, like kind of attached as well. And I think it's coming together. Like when you look at the body just separately, it's like it's kind of okay. Like the cheetah print's nice. The model isn't done being painted yet, but you know, with the head there too, I think it's starting to look really nice. I finished the jacket as well, the pastel green jacket, and I'm really happy with that too. Lots of subtle blends going on. It's still maintaining a very bright like highlight toward the shoulders. It looks good. Using that warm white highlight from this Broken Anvil paint range that I've been using for the entire paint job. So like Nick Cage golden, exactly, yes. Reminds me of Spring Breakers. That's, I mean, we're good. If I'm reminding you of Spring Breakers, then we're good. You guys seen Beach Bum? You've seen Spring Breakers?
All right, so we're talking about movies?
Yeah, I guess so. We could always talk about movies, man.
That's definitely true. I just realized over the weekend, I was like, I don't know if Scott's seen this one, but it seems very on brand. Also, Anonymous just gifted 5 subs.
Hey, thank you, Anonymous.
Trying to move us towards the giveaway.
Yeah, we're at 23 out of 50 already. At 50, we'll do a giveaway. Reminder, you can sub to the channel using your Prime subs, which are free if you attach your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You can sub to 1 free channel a month. And in doing so, you have to re-up it each time. It doesn't happen automatically. But yeah, we appreciate your Prime subs.
That's funny. When Anonymous gifts subs, it just shows those people as having subbed. So we get notifications for all 5 of those.
Reaper with the raid too.
Hey,
hey Reaper, we're giving away some of your stuff today. For the 50 sub mark, we're giving away a big Gormaw and a couple of blisters of your stuff. Thank you for the raid. We appreciate it. Also, the bad adjective with the Prime sub. Appreciate it. What Jay's asking what classic movie I'm gonna hate on today. What's a hot take that I have? I don't know.
It doesn't get much hotter than rating the B movie as highly as Citizen Kane.
I mean, we can't take that too seriously.
One of the most serious things I've ever serious.
Con Air sucks. Oh. Hello, fellow eggs.
Have you seen Equilibrium, Scott?
I have.
Okay,
seen
good.
Equilibrium.
That was the one it occurred to me. I was like, if Scott hasn't seen this, he would love that movie.
Yeah, dude. Got Christian Bale in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a weird utopian society, if I'm remembering correctly.
Utopian dystopia.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like,
it's perfect, but is it? I don't know. Yeah.
What if Fahrenheit 451 also had like space ninjas with guns? Pretty much. What does Scott think of my favorite bad movie?
Oh.
Roll the dice. You never know.
I remember watching it. That was a long time ago, but I don't remember thinking it was bad.
I mean, in the way that people will say that Constantine is bad, it is the same sort of thing.
Okay, sure.
You know, like, is Constantine a tour de force of great filmmaking? No. Is it a decent and entertaining movie that achieves its goals? Yeah, absolutely. Did it still get, like, critically panned as, like, oh, it's boring schlock?
Okay.
Yeah.
People are using the word gun kata.
Yes. That came from that movie, I think.
I'm not familiar with that term. Is that like a John Wick style movie?
It's gun kata in that movie. What is the name of the order that Christian Bale is a part of?
Oh.
That's like the martial art that they're trained in using the guns.
I cannot remember that, but okay. So it comes from that movie?
I believe so.
That is hilarious. Scott is right. B movie slaps. Fuck yeah, I've been heard. Did you guys come on? Watch the B movie. It's hilarious. Wick uses gun fu. Gun fu is the term? Okay.
Gun fu is a older term.
Okay. Cornflake Justice asking about the new D&D movie. I have not seen yet, but you know, I've heard surprising things. People are enjoying it as far as I can tell.
I've heard surprising things in that it is not terrible.
Exactly. Yes.
Amazing. I'll probably still prefer the terrible one.
Yeah, terrible fantasy movies have a special place in my heart.
RG Hanamic. Resubscribing 4 months in a row.
Nice. The new D&D movie is good, awful? Okay. It's really good. The movie is a prawn for the Honeyfucker subreddit. What the fuck?
I love that they censored porn.
I know,
not
but
honey fuckers.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Twitch is a strange place.
I'll say the D&D movie has a national treasure vibe. Like, it's a good, great popcorn flick. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but does Sean Bean say, he's got the bloody map?
I mean, I hope he does. And then he dies a bee death later in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. I have seen that film, lol sniped. Scott, did you watch The Lighthouse?
Robert Eggers?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I love Eggers. It's a weird one.
I was smart enough to go see that in theaters.
Yeah, same. Me and Alex actually saw it in theaters. My editor, who's right back there right now. It's a weird one. Eggers, he kind of is getting a little too artistic for my tastes. Like, I really enjoyed The Witch. And The Witch is kind of a slow burn horror movie that kind of grips you and doesn't let go. And I really enjoyed The Witch. But for me, Lighthouse was just kind of insane. It's like an insane movie. Like, you kind of feel like crazy after you've watched it, which is fine. But I guess I was kind of going into it hoping it was going to be a horror movie, and it wasn't exactly that. It's kind of more of like a folklore-y thriller kind of movie.
What movie?
Lighthouse.
Folklore thriller?
I mean, it's like a weird monster in the fucking lighthouse that like eats you or whatever.
Sure. I mean, okay. I see it more metaphorical, but sure.
Okay. Could also be metaphorical.
That's true, Cornflake Justice. I am, in fact, a metaphor. I've never been a chair. I've never been a producer, nor have I ever been a man. I'm a concept. I'm an idea.
It's more Lovecraftian or cosmic horror. I can definitely see that.
Only if you take it literally.
Yeah.
The lighthouse is a metaphor for being Willem Dafoe. Thanks, Jay.
If I could exist in any universe, I mean, I know there's a bunch of shit that a part of this universe that's not nice, but if I could be like a knight in the medieval time period, that'd be fucking cool. I think it'd be cool. Maybe it wouldn't be cool, but that's what I like to think.
Would you like to be a knight in the actual medieval time period, or in like the A Knight's Tale medieval time period where everyone has nice teeth?
Well, of course, in the Knight's Tale time period. I mean, I know it's not a very nice time to be alive. I totally get that. But
it's all right. They said any universe, not just any time. So
right,
you can do the idealized form.
Yes, that's the right word, idealized.
For me, I think the answer would be the Bill and Ted universe.
Okay, why though? Just on the off chance that you catch Bill and Ted in their fucking phone booth time traveling?
Because true nirvana will be achieved. The planets will be in harmony.
Oh,
communication across all species.
Okay,
and it'll all come about because of classic rock.
Okay, so your reason for selecting your universe is more like altruism. Mine's because I want to fucking kill people with a fucking sword.
Well, I mean, you can do both if you got a time machine. Fuck it.
That's true. All right, fuck it. I want to go to whatever time period has a time machine. There we go. I hacked the question. What's my favorite offbeat comedy movie? Oh man, I don't know about that. Is The World's End offbeat? I don't think it's offbeat, but I do enjoy The World's End. We are just dust in the wind. Someone said that knights were religious terrorists. I think one version of knights were religious terrorists, but probably not all.
Certainly those that went on crusade.
Yes,
There's
absolutely.
really no other way to define that.
Right, yeah.
Gentlemen, you know it would be grand if we rode out for years to go besiege cities for believing slightly different things than us.
Yes.
Don't worry, we're the good guys.
Of course. I'd be a knight in the medieval times dinner and tournament show. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
The World's End. What about Hot Fuzz? You know, here's a hot take. I don't like Hot Fuzz. No, I don't not like it, but I love the other two so much more. They just really were more enjoyable for me. And I always say The World's End when I mean to say this is the end. But World's End is still a great answer to that question, offbeat comedy. I love World's End, and I love This Is the End as well. Fuck you! Hot Fuzz is the best! God damn it, Jay. Yeah. I know a lot of people really like Hot Fuzz, a lot. But for some reason, I've watched it 2 or 3 times, and I just really enjoy the Shaun of the Dead and The World's End more.
I still haven't watched The World's End. It's the only film of his that I haven't seen.
Really? It's the only one?
As far as I'm aware.
You've seen, I don't know if this is technically by him, but the Ant-Man movie?
Yes, I've seen the Ant-Man movie. He has a screenwriting credit on it, but he left the project long before anything was finalized.
Yeah. All 3 are stellar. Yeah, I might say that. I might say that Hot Fuzz is a pretty damn good movie as well. I didn't enjoy it. On
subsequent viewings, I've enjoyed Hot Fuzz more each time.
Yeah, that could be it too. I mean, there are moments in Hot Fuzz that are fucking phenomenal, like the ending sequence with like the grandma with the goddamn gun, like clipping like Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, and like that scene is amazing.
That movie has a payoff that's like absolutely unreal.
Yeah.
Where there's kind of a long buildup of like this stupid kind of gory comedy thing, and then it has a 20-minute action set piece that like actually delivers.
Yeah. Dang. Let's talk about movies that pay off. Like the best payoff movie that I've ever watched in my life. And
Paycheck.
No. Paycheck. Fuck, dude. You want a shit movie, go watch Paycheck.
Throwback jams,
that
baby.
movie is so bad. And also borderline creepy. The World's End is the worst of the trilogy. I mean, yeah, I think that's fine. Ready or Not, I haven't seen that one. It is on my watch list. But my favorite payoff movie, it happens to be a horror movie as well, is definitely, oh man, what's it called? It's a prom movie, and it's Australian made, and I can never remember it. Chat, help me out.
I'm looking up
Evan's
Australian horror movie Prom. The Loved Ones?
Oh my God, The Loved Ones, yes.
Nailed it.
Yo, let me tell you, if you guys are okay with the horror genre and you want just to feel fucking righteous at the end of a movie, watch The Loved Ones. It has the best ending ever. I love it. I love it. I'm really struggling with this collar here. Trying to get at the right amount of shading so there's enough contrast, but such that it's still bright enough, because it is the topmost detail. It's right by her head. Added to the list. Please, yes, please watch it. Let me know what you guys think. I fucking love it. Scott made me watch that movie. What the fuck? What a movie. No. I can't tell if you like it or not, Mike. Worst horror movie payoff, The Prowler. Super old movie that makes no sense. One of the best headphone explosions on film, though. Ooh, okay. Hot Tension, or yeah, High Tension that is a rough movie to watch. You gotta be okay with a certain level of gore if you're gonna watch High Tension. I'm just saying that movie may have ruined tea kettles for me. Fair, very fair.
The Prestige has a really great payoff.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Different kind of payoff.
Yeah, The Prestige, Prisoners as well. Same dude. Very good. Oh, that's good. What other good movies? What other good movies have good payoffs?
The Usual Suspects.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
That's classic.
Yeah, that is classic. Miniac. I would love it so much to make a little dumb movie podcast with me and some of my high school buddies. It wouldn't be a thing where I cared if people watched it. It would just be like this is fun. We could share our shitty opinions about movies. Like how the B movie is phenomenal. Or Trolls World Tour. Are you a Man in the Box or The Prestige? I can't remember enough to know what the right answer to the question is. This is like a red pill, blue pill question right now. You're Next, also good.
Fight Club.
Always love a good home invasion. Yeah, Fight Club is
great payoff.
Okay, in that same vein, we gotta talk about, of course, Seven.
Yep.
That's a very good payoff.
I mean, that whole stretch of Fincher movies, going back to The Game, it's the same sort of thing where the movie builds to insane climax.
Yes. Have you seen the early Michael Keaton movie, Johnny Dangerously? I have not.
I haven't either.
Man? I haven't seen Inside Man either.
I have seen that. Great.
My wife got to pick the movie last night, and we watched a movie called Wild Child with Robert's niece as the main actor. It was very whatever. That's okay. Not every movie needs to be a banger. It was fun.
I opened up the IMDb and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of pink.
2000s comedies sometimes are really funny and really good, or they're just kind of like whatever, and that was kind of whatever.
Not every movie can be Mean Girls.
I know, right? That's what you're hoping for. You're hoping for Clueless. You're hoping for Mean Girls, something like that. And, you don't get it sometimes. I liked Interstellar, even though the end was bad shit. Yeah,
I loved Interstellar, even though the end was bad and the movie wasn't that good. I saw it in IMAX, which made the movie good.
Oh, right, he drowned. Okay, I remember that, Rufus. That is the reveal. Okay. Bone Tomahawk. There's a fucking wreck. I don't know if I'd count that as good payoff, but that's a good fucking movie. Well, you gotta be able to handle a certain level of violence again, but it's a good one for sure, dude.
Last of the Mohicans is a great payoff.
You like Last of the Mohicans?
I think it's an okay movie, but it does have a good payoff at the end.
I mean, I can back any movie with DDL, but
Fair.
that won't.
You know what I realized the other day?
What was that?
That it's like a gaping hole in my movie watching.
What was that?
I've never watched There Will Be Blood,
Oh, okay.
which is like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'd watch it for sure. And you can make all kinds of comments about milkshakes and stuff like that, and makes sense.
I know all the memes from it because I've seen like every pivotal scene from that movie.
It's okay.
But it's like in YouTube clips and stuff like that.
All right, maybe there's no point in watching it at this point. Then.
No, I definitely need to watch it.
Oh my God, Evan.
Yeah, I know.
Bone Tomahawk. Nothing prepares you for that. Jay, how many fucking movies have you seen? Okay, you make too many YouTube videos to have the same level of movie watching history as me. Okay, I gotta be better at something than you. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ.
Am I wrong in thinking that you grew up not watching that many movies?
I watched a lot of movies from the 50s.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Am I wrong in thinking that you grew up not watching many movies of your own volition and free will?
Yes.
Yeah.
I started watching movies that I really wanted to watch when I was a high schooler, like a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old. Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one, lol sniped. Django Unchained has a amazing payoff to it.
That's true. I just watched that recently on a flight back from England because John was talking about it a lot, and I was like, I gotta watch this movie again. It's a good one for sure.
You say recently? That was like a year ago.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe even more.
Well, that was last Warhammer World, right?
Yes. Scott, how do you feel about your time with OPR? Do you feel 40K 10th edition will take any cues from it? I answer this question as someone who has not played 40K since like 4th or 5th edition. I don't think GW, does GW take cues from anybody about anything, or they just do whatever the fuck they want? I have no idea. Does the shirt you're wearing have shoulder pads? It does not, no. This is all me, baby. 100% doing what they want. It's what it feels like sometimes. So to answer the question about OPR, I mean, the feelings that I said at the end of the stream are still, they're still applicable. I'm kind of curious, Evan, what were your thoughts as a viewer of OPR? What did you think of Age of Fantasy? We played Age of Fantasy.
What the hell is OPR?
One-page rules.
What the hell is one-page rules?
The game system we played on the last gaming stream. We played Age of Fantasy.
What the hell is a gaming stream? Speaking of gaming streams, we're doing one this Thursday.
Heyo, we're playing Frostgrave in celebration of Other Games April, as well as this stream, painting a nice little off the beaten path mini from a small company called Neko Galaxy. And we're going to do an Osprey Games stream on on Thursday. And actually the company is getting involved, Osprey Games, and they're sending us some stuff to do a giveaway for the stream. That was cool. I told them about it and they were like, that's awesome. We want to help out.
Oh boy.
But yeah, so my thoughts on OPR is that it excels amazingly at what it wants to do, which is to create a simple game system for you to play large-scale fantasy war games in. You know, it's not an easy thing to make a rule set for that's simple. And it does that really well. Unfortunately, its greatest strong point is also its greatest weak point. As someone who likes to have an aneurysm, just beating myself to death over the right tactical choices to make at any given moment in the game, I don't really feel that while playing Age of Fantasy. I feel that more when I play games that I really enjoy. And so for me, on a first-time playthrough, I feel like it didn't have the tactical depth that I seek for like a daily driver game, a game that I'm going to play forever. But I would absolutely play Age of Fantasy with like a beginner. If someone's like, hey, I got all my models that I painted, and maybe they're on squares, maybe they're on circles, I'd be like, let's play some AOF, you know?
So here are my thoughts.
Good.
Simple games are good, and the thing I really like about it is it's explicitly designed around building your own custom stuff. Like, there is a calculator you can use to build your own faction from the ground up.
There is. Is there?
Yes.
That's a thing of a game system called When Worlds Collide. I didn't know they did that also in OPR.
OPR has that. So they have all sorts of analogs to existing stuff from other similar games that they definitely aren't imitating in any way, shape, or form. But beyond that, they also provide you like the actual nuts and bolts point cost of like how to build guys. So you can create your own factions without any issue. The last thing that I really love about it, they have balanced the point totals across the sci-fi game and the fantasy game. So you can fight a sci-fi army versus a fantasy army, and it's a balanced match. The sci-fi armies generally are more expensive per unit because they'll have, you know, more ranged attacks and more abilities and stuff. But it is explicitly in the same calculation, which I think is super cool. Someone wants to do Space Marines versus Wood Elves, you can do it.
That is pretty interesting. Yeah, I remember someone mentioning that on the stream. I think the important thing is not complexity or simplicity, but elegance. You can have something that is very complicated, but elegance will make it so easy to comprehend and feel intuitive. That's definitely true, you know? I think AOS has an unnecessary level of complexity that doesn't necessarily give you good gamer feels in a one-to-one way.
Scott, you wanna get sidetracked by Song of Ice and Fire?
Absolutely, I do.
Because they just, these are leaks from Asmodee Spain.
For Greyjoy changes?
They posted the next faction.
Oh!
I think what it is they didn't realize that Days of Ice and Fire got moved back a month.
They leaked it themselves?
This weekend, so I think that they leaked it themselves.
Oh my god.
Way to go, Asmodee Spain.
Way to go.
But it's out there.
What is it? What house?
House Bolton.
House Bolton.
Becoming a real faction.
Everyone, I mean, that between that and also White Walkers, people have been asking for House Bolton for a while. So it's not White Walkers yet. Hopefully that becomes a thing at some point.
Give me 1 second here to make the web capture work.
Yeah. What about the Creature Caster game Judgment? It's supposed to feel like a MOBA board game. That is totally legit. Me and Pete, the CEO of Creature Caster, sat down and played a game of that on not on TTS, on the other one. I can't remember the other virtual gamer app that's like super ancient, or looks super ancient. We played that game, and it legit feels like a MOBA. There are no lanes of creeps and shit, but you can, when your hero dies, you go back to a well area, you can shop for items there, and you spawn back into the arena. And I think you have levels and experience, and so it feels like an arena battler with some takes from MOBA. The MOBA genre. So I'm very interested in that game. I wasn't super interested in the characters. Like none of the characters spoke to me aesthetically. But the game, very interesting. Malekith, what up? Thanks for this. We have the fucking King of the Dark Elves himself. Relic Blade. I know Relic Blade is great. So Relic Blade is a great example of a simple rule set that has some depth to it. But look at what we're seeing here. I mentioned it as soon as you take it away. The Bolton starter set looking pretty hot.
Some of the same minis, some new minis.
We got Reek. We got the fat guy. What's the fat guy's name?
I mean, that's Ramsey Snow.
Ramsey.
And then you've got new sculpts for Roos. I have no idea who the NCUs are there.
Neither do I. As someone who's not very familiar with the thing, you know? What am I saying right now? Oh man, these guys fucking, they look so cool. If this wasn't if this existed when I started playing Song of Ice and Fire, this would be the easiest no-brainer pick.
Scott, you can always pick up another faction.
But I have Starks, man.
I should really new Martell heroes.
New Martell. What? That is not the image. What the fuck?
What the hell? That didn't work.
These look great.
What else we got? Bolton Heroes 1. Who's in this?
Show me.
Yeah, did that same thing there. Bunch of characters. I have no idea who they are.
So now that Bolton is a faction, can you take Boltons as mercs still?
I hope not.
That'd be so interesting if the whole faction was like a mercenary. That'd be hard to balance. They shouldn't do that.
I have said for quite some time that I think that they should restrict Boltons to only being available for Starks and Lannisters. Even though I don't really know anything about the lore, I do know that much. The idea of Khal Drogo riding around in Bolton Flayedmen is a little absurd. We got Dreadfort Spearmen. Oh my god, this website. What if I... Nope, it just...
Oh, hey, it works.
There, it worked that time.
Hey.
Spear dudes.
I love these creepy looking guys with daggers.
Oh yeah.
They look like scumbags, and I love scumbags.
I think this is the wrong photo. I think this is from the Heroes box. Because look, I don't think that they're putting that guy in the front lines. The old dude there.
No, he's an NCU. This is a Heroes box, isn't it?
No, this is the Dreadfort Lancers.
Okay, yeah,
this is the wrong image. Heroes box, yeah.
Not only did they leak their own product, but they also like the website just fucked to begin with.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, this army looks cool. I don't want to be that guy who buys a new army, but they look fucking cool.
I mean, you know I'm gonna get them. I got all the other fucking armies.
Yeah, you have the Pokemon mentality here.
It's once you cross a certain point, I feel like you just kind of have to.
That's what you tell yourself, Evan, but you don't have to.
I definitely feel like I have. I'm kind of at the same point with Stormcast, where I'm not that far from having one of every Stormcast unit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't have that much further to go. I might as well just do it.
It's like with the Minnesota winter. You know, this is the third snowiest season. Might as well go for the W, right? Give me another 10 inches, baby.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of there. We did have that snow over the weekend where it's like, listen, if winter's going to come back, just go for it. Hammer me, baby.
Yeah. If you have greater than 50% of the stuff, you may as well go off with that.
Yeah,
you go over half.
Teague like League, you're understanding.
So that's so unfortunate for you because Stormcast is the most gigantic range.
Yeah, but I've already crossed that bridge. I'm way past 50%.
I know, but like 50% of the Stormcast is like still like 4 times as large as the entire Fire Slayer range.
That's true. Yeah, if I had gotten into Fire Slayers, I would be.
You'd be
there's
done,
no way I would have 7,000 points.
Yeah,
it like wouldn't be possible.
Yeah. The question is would you have spent more money though? That's the question because you got a couple great deals on those Stormcast.
I got a lot of great deals.
All right, I think the collar.
Should have picked Harlequins.
I like this collar. The collar kind of flares out at the top, and obviously we're accentuating the amount of shading that would happen here. But yeah, nice little dark, very quick fade. So it starts very dark, and then it quickly fades to that the tip of her little collar there to a bright off-white, like lilac color with a little bit of coldness in it. This side might be a little bit too intense still. I might have to fix that. I need to actually play the game. Bro, yes, you do. Song of Ice and Fire is a great game. It's a great game to play. I feel like I should sell my Starks, even though I like them. I want 2 factions. I don't want 3. Maybe I can use that money to buy the Boltons. Are there any games you are willing to put up with bad rules for setting in models? Age of Sigmar. At the moment, at least. That's going to run out soon, I think. But that is exactly the situation there. That game is a bad game, but I enjoy it because the setting and the models, and I love the history of the game and the lore and everything. Warcry gives your Age of Sigmar models awesome rules. Yeah, we played Warcry. It was okay. Bad rules feels a tad harsh, but fair enough. That's the way I feel about it. Have you read Blood Meridian? I think you'd really enjoy it. No, I don't know how to read.
Yeah, I was gonna say Scott can't read.
Yeah. I may have to give Ice and Fire another shot. I did a demo with a total douchebag and came away thinking it was a bad game. Yeah, demos are tough. They need to be good. They need to be interesting. They need to show you the mechanics of the game while making you feel good about the game. It's hard. It's hard to judge a game based on a demo, but I totally get that. I did the same thing. I played the demo and wrote the game off for 2.5 years.
Bowel Soup resubscribed saying, "Someone pooped my pants. Send help."
Okay. I wonder if whenever he subs, he always has like a poop-related joke.
Yeah.
Neon's Val says the Fallout Wasteland Warfare is my guilty pleasure right now.
Why are you guilty about it?
Is it a bad game? I have Greyjoys, Starks, Lannisters, and Boltons.
The Halo game was called something like Halo Miniature Warfare Extreme Evolved Combat of the Miniature Variety. I might be a little off.
Maybe a little off.
Scott, Law Sniped wants to know, I know you said you don't like 40K, but why? You've probably mentioned it, but I have forgotten.
I don't think I've ever explicitly stated that I don't like 40K.
You mean like the way that you never explicitly said that you think Age of Sigmar is bad and everyone who plays it is a bad person?
I've definitely been more explicit about that thought than the 40K. I haven't played 40K since 5th edition, so really I would have no business saying that because I don't know the game. But I just prefer Age of Sigmar just because it I like fantasy more than sci-fi. And everyone, like, I swear to God, 30% of the comments on that video where I was critiquing Age of Sigmar all said that well, boy, if you didn't like this about Age of Sigmar, never look at 40K. It's the worst fucking thing. And that does not encourage me to get into the game. But I don't have a reason to actually dislike it. I just like fantasy more. It's not a bad game, but it has far too many rules and tokens, but I'm willing to put up with anything to play the video game in real life. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm going to take the bold stance that Warhammer 40K is also fantasy.
Sure. What in the ever-loving Clown Fiesta is going on here? What up, John? We're painting a nice little Scooby-Doo inspired sci-fi model. I think I'm done. Oh, I should do this other cuff a little bit more. I'm trying to think of a game that is like a board game maybe that's bad. Man, I think I got nothing. That's a fun question, though. Sci fantasy. I think, yeah, okay, it's very Scooby-Doo. Catan. I just straight up don't like Catan. Nemesis is a good board game that is far too complex. You need a DM to run it. When it works, it really works. We played Nemesis without a DM and it felt okay. But that was only one time. Catan sucks so bad. I'm glad to see that some people agree with me on my Catan hatred. The only reason I don't like Catan is just because if you get fucked because of RNG or because a player decides they don't want you to play the game anymore, there's no way for you back into the game. There are ways that you can drag other people down with you, but there's no way for you to come back and be competitive in that game. And it just comes down to someone deciding that they want to Ruin your day. I lost it bad. Absolutely. As you know, game sucks.
Yeah. Game sucks.
Yes. Kind of same with Risk, too. You got to get good at manipulating your friends.
The D&D box games are not all bad. Well, actually, I guess it depends on what you mean by box games. Yeah, like the ones that are adventure in a box type ones are pretty mediocre. They're fine. Wrath of Ashtalon or something like that. It's okay. I love Lords of Waterdeep. That game is good.
Oh, yeah. They played that game on tabletop, and a lot of people really enjoyed it.
It's one of my favorite worker placement games I've ever played.
Isn't there also a social manipulation element to that game?
Kinda. I mean, there's a lot of elements to that game that aren't explicitly part of the rules, because a huge part of it is trying to crab people your way through the game.
Crab people your way? I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I like it.
You have to like make sure to bring other people down.
Okay.
To keep someone from running away with the game.
Yeah. Crab people. What does that have to do with bringing people down?
Crabs in a bucket, pulling each other down from the walls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Y'all need to play Descent 2. I played Descent 3. That one was pretty good. Are you thinking of Shadows over Camelot? Maybe I am. Did they play that game on tabletop?
The hell is a Shadow over Camelot?
Was it that, or did they play? I know they played Lords of Waterdeep, but they may have also played that other one that you just mentioned.
Hidden roll element in Shadows over Camelot. There's a kind of you have hidden win conditions in Lords of Waterdeep as well, which is something that can spice up the game a lot. Where you're trying to figure out what other people get bonus points for doing.
Okay.
Because at the end of the game, each player has a card that says like, for each building you control, you score 4 points, or for each of this type of mission you've completed, you get 4 points. That kind of thing. And so you're trying to like go, you know what? I bet they've got get piety quests because they've completed 3 of them. So now I'm gonna, instead of doing anything else, I'm gonna prevent them from picking up that piety quest on the board because I think they'll score points. But then you could be getting faked out and they've just completed 3 piety quests because they've got nothing else, and they actually are the one that wants buildings or whatever. A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Love minis. Thanks for the 100 bits. TI stream when? Ooh. I've never played TI, but I, at some point, need to, I think. Shadows is Arthurian with a betrayal mechanic? Yeah. Okay, so it's more of an explicit betrayal mechanic compared to what Evan is saying right now, where you have more of a hidden agenda trying to accomplish that. It's the same in Nemesis, you have a hidden agenda. But there's also a betrayer in Nemesis. So that's kind of a little bit different. Convinced Scott to do a Dune. Dude, there are so many Dune board games. I recently looked it up on Board Game Geek, and there are just like a bazillion.
There is one particular one, like the classic Dune board game that has like a rotating storm, and everyone's playing a different faction, and the character or the player that is playing as the Bene Gesserit, they have a special win condition, which is if they at the beginning of the game, they can predict what turn and what player will win, and if they accurately predict it, that player doesn't win, Bene Gesserit wins.
Okay, Evan, if you had to guess what faction I'd want to play as in Dune, what would it be?
The fucking bad guys that I can't remember the name of.
What are those guys called? Harkonnen. Absolutely, I'd play as Bene Gesserit. I love me some fucking spooky, scary space witches. I mean, I watched that new Dune movie, and by far,
I feel like
Bene Gesserit
that's
are the
what you
hottest.
play in the war game, but in the board game, where you're just doing politics the whole time.
Wait, what's the difference in this experience? I'm confused.
I mean, like a war game, you're like fielding forces and stuff like that. The board game is like straight up. Just moving chits around and stuff.
Okay. I mean, I like scary bays, so
That's fair.
Scott would not like the Benny Gesserit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the gameplay would not match up with your aesthetic taste on that one.
Okay. What up,
However-
Whittle Goblin? So, Whittle, you just mentioned something about the cheetah print. You said it was Lisa Frank cheetah. I had no idea what that was, but someone mentioned that in my Instagram post. What is Lisa Frank cheetah print? I'm assuming it's a type of it's a style.
Wow, I definitely can't show that second picture.
Scott's too young for Lisa Frank.
Oh, it's this. Give me a second here.
Evan's gonna safe for work it for us.
It wasn't that it wasn't safe for work. It was that it melted my brain. Here you go.
I kind of like that though. Woo! Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I would wear the shit out of that.
Lisa Frank is an 80s girls artist. Lisa Frank was a pop art company in the 90s. They made Trapper Keepers.
Yeah, you're gonna. Oh no, go back. There we go. You're gonna recognize this one.
Oh, actually, yeah. Okay.
This
yeah,
kind of
dude. Now that I just realized what a Trapper Keeper is, I remember what that is. Oh my god, yeah, dude.
The fantastic world of Lisa Frank.
Okay, here I am thinking it's
For information about Club Lisa Frank, write us a note. Lisa Frank Fan Club, P.O. Box 5586, Tucson, Arizona 85703. We love hearing from our fans.
Yeah. PC Ty, thanks for the Prime sub. What up, Malev? Bringing it back. I love making Lisa Frank minis. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, I remember that.
I broke my Trapper Keeper.
Remember wrapping textbooks in bags from the grocery store.
So?
What?
I don't remember doing that.
The paper bags?
What?
If you were poor and you couldn't afford like slip covers for your textbooks, there was like, I mean, it wasn't even if you were poor, it was a thing. You would cover your textbook in brown paper bag, and you could draw on it, and you could like, and it would protect the cover of the book.
Oh, see, I just went to Minneapolis public schools, and the books that they handed out were already so beat up that it didn't matter. So it's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Why would I put a cover on it? It's been through the ringer for the last 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone in chat sounding off.
Imagine buying fashion accessories for your fucking school books when you could just have shoes that fit a little bit better.
Yeah, that's why you use grocery bags, man. You don't gotta pay for that.
Why would I wear grocery bags on my feet?
Because they're really comfortable. And one size fits all.
They made Oregon Trail for you? Be grateful? Who the hell made Oregon Trail for me? Lisa Frank made Oregon Trail? What?
Nostalgia unlocked. Scott, we both know you didn't draw on your notebook. You just repeatedly did Stussy logo like we all did. Is that the fucking S thing? With the 3 lines and you connect them and make it like a diamond S, dude? Absolutely.
Truly some sort of proof that all of human intelligence is linked.
Yeah.
Because every middle schooler everywhere on Earth, at somewhere between the ages of 8 and 12, kids start drawing that stupid S diamond thing.
Dude.
Regardless, it's like you could give writing utensils to a secluded tribe in like the rainforest or whatever, and that would happen. They would be like 10, then the cosmic waves would invade their brain, and they would make that stupid diamond shape, and they'd be like, "Oh, this is cool."
Absolutely.
The cool S.
I had the S tattooed on me. Nice, dude. God damn, dude. That's fucking amazing. ASCII art fail.
Oh, are we saying that the Minneapolis Public Schools made the Oregon Trail games because it was part of the Minnesota Educational Computing Consortium? I don't think that's quite right, but sure.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do all those thin lines and all these belts without totally fucking it up at some point, but so far I'm doing okay. Just Seppuku, thanks for the sub. Whoop whoop. I had video games class in first grade where I played Oregon Trail. What? Video game class? The fuck is that, dude?
It's we can't afford to pay a teacher for a real curriculum class, so we're just gonna put kids in front of computers.
Please give that to me.
Dude.
I want that. Basically, I mean, I was in a 3D design class, and that's basically what it was.
Hey, kids, Blender is installed. Go nuts.
Go crazy. You have one assignment due at the end of the quarter.
Yep.
It's like, all right, I'm going to play fucking Battle Tetris for, 85% of this semester and then make some shitty fucking object at the end.
Yeah, you had like a graphing calculator in high school, right, Scott?
Yeah, definitely.
What games did you have installed on that bad boy?
I had no games installed on it.
What the hell?
What are you talking about?
I had Moonlander on my calculator.
Moonlander?
It was a good Moonlander game, too.
God damn. Apparently, I was fucking slacking in calc, using my graphing calculator to plot functions instead of playing.
This guy just didn't do advanced trigonometry and calculus just in his head.
Yeah. Imagine.
I don't have to imagine.
Damn it. Got a ton of water in my purple to light blue blend on my palette. You guys had classes? Yes. I had an engineering class by Project Lead the Way, and the teacher never knew how to do shit, so my friends and I called it Flash Game Appreciation. That's hilarious.
Yes, I remember Newgrounds.
There we go. Whittle Goblin with the classic boobs. 80085. Classic, dude. Really challenging to fix all these mistakes that I inevitably make trying to draw this line in and all these tactical purple belts.
Man, I looked away from the chat for like 2 minutes, and now Eon's the Battle is having a conversation about a game that I'm just like, what is happening? River folk need player interaction? The hell's a river folk?
Is Eon's a Battle still talking about the video game board game he was playing? Newgrounds giving your computer STDs since 1995.
We're talking about Root still?
Root? Wasn't Root developed in Minnesota?
Probably, because most board games are developed here. Certainly what it feels like anyway.
Yeah, Leader Games, dude, Jay. Leader Games is literally across the street from my office. Like their office space is like super within walking distance. I haven't gone there yet, but I would love to hang out with those dudes.
Just go over there right now.
Best part of high school is being a member of the Penis Club. Obviously, classic.
It's the Pen 15 Club, Scott. Jesus.
I know.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
I mean, I kind of want to abandon this idea of doing all these tiny recess shades because it's just going to take forever.
There are a lot of game companies here.
All right, fuck it, we're doing it. How often are you at the Fantasy Flight Game Center? I mean, I generally go there when I go to the post office, which is right across the street, because it's like, might as well go while I'm here to check it out. But I never play games there. I didn't even play games there before it cost money to play games there. Now it costs
fees.
Now it costs money to play fucking games there.
Hey, you can get a monthly membership that you won't use enough.
Yeah. Someone said they shit the bed with their membership thing. Honestly, I just feel like, I don't know. Like, I've never been the kind of person who like joins like a wargaming club and like pays like a fee. So maybe I am ridiculous, but I've never gone to a game store that makes you pay to play. Like the Tower does the same thing, and like maybe it's worth it, but it's just like, I don't know.
I think pay to play makes sense if you have very limited space. Just to keep demand from being out of control.
Okay.
But that's a very different scenario than something like Game Center. For context, for those of you that don't live in Minnesota, and I'll throw a link in the chat in a minute here. Game Center is like a large, open, commercial space that has a very small game store and then dozens of tables for use. It is primarily a place that you would go to play a game. They carry some Warhammer stuff and some Conquest stuff and a few other things. They formerly were tied to Fantasy Flight games. They've made a couple baffling decisions in the last few months. They went from being it's a game store and we sell snacks and you can come in and paint or play for free kind of place, to saying that they were going to charge $10 per person for entry. But don't worry, it counts as store credit that only lasts as 1 month that you can only spend on game goods.
Wait, so entry costs money?
Uh-huh.
I can't even shop there and not spend to get in?
Well, that's a good question. I bet it's just to go out on the game floor.
Okay.
Requires it. But, yeah, we even needed to pay an entry fee to play Magic, says Mikamura. Wow. So they have introduced memberships, which are a little less onerous, but the whole thing was really, really... The whole business, to me, just doesn't make a lot of sense as an outsider. Where the place I know does well and is profitable. Like, I know that they're doing fine. But they've made a number of decisions over the last year where it's just kind of like, what are you doing? They used to have like a full-blown kitchen, but they basically closed the kitchen because the profit margin on food goods is lower. That's my understanding, is that they were like, we make 50% margin on the stuff that we sell that's goods, but the stuff that's food, we make less. So let's stop selling that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, but that's money you're not making now. And then, yeah, we'll just say you have to buy $10 worth of store credit when you come in here every time. Which, I mean, if you go there and play Warhammer 2 times a week, that's fine, because I'm buying a new unit every month or so. Okay. It's not costing me anything extra. But if you go there once a month, then it's just like, oh, I have to use this $10 on something. I'll buy some paint, I guess. Thanks. I don't know. It's bizarre.
Pay to play is the only reason some of our local spots are surviving financially. If you buy stuff, some will waive the fee. I see more stores running towards clubs to offer different value than trying to price race Amazon. So I'll go to Scott's to play. I hear he's a good cook too. Absolutely, come on over. I feel like anecdotally, see you, man. If a game store doesn't have Magic the Gathering, they don't make money. Okay. I mean, like there's a whole element of this where it's like Scott doesn't know what he's talking about because I'm not a game store owner. I don't talk to Dan a lot about financials at the store and like what he makes the most money selling, so I really have no idea. But I've never encountered a game store that charged me to play there. But if it's required to stay afloat, then I'm for it. But when you milk your consumer base just because you can, that's what I have a problem with.
You know, it's funny. I don't know, the argument that Amazon is the big killer, I'm not sure that that's true or not. Yeah, they compete on selection and prices, but I don't know. Most of the people that I know that actually play these games just buy it from the store to support the store. I know I'm like that.
Yeah.
Of the song stuff that I've bought, 80% of it or so has come from local game stores. Mostly the stores, a couple other stores occasionally. You know, if the source is out of stock on something that I want, I'll buy it online. But out of stock and it's not available is a better way of putting it.
Yep.
And most players are willing to pay the little bit extra because it's like the Amazon is going to kill local bookstores thing. It's like it kind of hasn't. It's killed some of them, but a lot of them are still around and doing just fine.
Yeah, because people that appreciate those things support those places. It's like Patreon, right? It's why I'm able to do what I do for a living. And I'm on the same way as Evan. Like when I play at a game store, I will buy the game store products. I bought like most of my Greyjoy stuff, most of my Stark stuff from the source. But yeah, maybe not everyone's like that. I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean certainly that's true, but how big is that? I don't know. I think it's a mistake, maybe. Oh, you were gonna say something?
Josh was heading out, so I just said see you.
Oh. I was gonna say it might be a mistake for game stores to try and chase Amazon on price, because yeah, it's nice for your customers to, you know, buying something in store at MSRP at $37 isn't as nice as buying it online for $30 or whatever. But the truth is that, you know, if the source decided to mark down their song stuff to try and compete with Amazon and My Mini Factory, I'd still buy it from the source. They'd just be making less margin.
Well,
and it wouldn't affect where I bought it because I'm going to buy it from the source either way.
Yeah,
I'm happy to pay MSRP to make sure that my friends and so on have a place to play. So
yeah.
Spaghetti Hoops is right. If you're buying non-essential items, a few % increase to buy locally is well worth it. I agree. And if that means that I get to buy one less unit box every couple of months because I'm paying 5 or 10% more to buy it locally, so be it. It's a luxury item.
It's also important that a gaming space is taking away from inventory space.
That's true too.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, not everything in your store needs to be making you money. It could also just provide value to your consumer, because that is value. Right?
Mycelium Veins subscribing with Prime.
Hey, thank you, Mycelium Veins. Just so you guys know, we have a giveaway going at 50 subs. We're giving away a bunch of Reaper stuff. If you're interested in being a part of this giveaway, get to first get to 50 subs, and then anyone who is a viewer, not a sub, anyone who's a viewer, can participate in the giveaway. But yeah, we're gonna do that at 50 subs. But yeah, I don't know the financials of running a game store. But like, you know, like it's like the whole Costco hot dog thing, right? They don't make money selling Costco hot dogs. It's a value add for your consumer. It's not a thing that makes you profit. Same with a game store and playing space. It's a value add. You get people in your store, they buy snacks, they buy dice when they forgot their dice, when they showed up and don't have them, they buy their books from you. They are in your place more, you are top of mind more often, and they support you more. It doesn't need to make money.
Rocketman Prop says, it's worth remembering that not all stores make money the same way. My local store has lots of miniature stuff because the owner likes them, but the vast majority of their money comes from Magic cards. My response to that is that's only sort of true. Miniatures at stores only move when people are playing the games. And this is the, you know, like Scott's saying, not every part of the store has to generate income for you. Providing a place to play miniatures games moves miniatures products. Because when you go in and you see people playing Song of Ice and Fire, and then there's a whole section of stuff that you can buy people go, I could buy this, and then I have people to play it with. As opposed to what often happens with miniature war games that look cool, where you'll go online and you go, this looks cool, I could buy this, but no one will play it with me.
Right.
It moves the game.
You have an AOS night, you have a Song of Ice and Fire night, and people show up for it, and they see a bunch of people playing, and it's like, holy cow, this is cool.
Once a month BattleTech, all kinds of stuff like that.
Eons of Battle says, my cousin ran a game store for 2 years. He sold it because he had to work 7 days a week.
That's true.
I imagine with any new business venture, you're going to have razor thin margins, right?
Small business, really small retail businesses are like that too.
Yeah, and so you're going to have to work a lot more.
You know, the source is sort of luxurious in the sense that it's so big that they can afford to have a real staff. But I do know that several of the other local game stores are that way, where the owner is working 6 or 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it boils down to. Local coffee shops are that way. You know, any of those sorts of things where it's really, there's like between 3 and 6 employees. The owner is probably working every day of the week. Sometimes they're only working 6 days a week. And that's par for the course of being in that very, very small retail space.
Definitely interesting to talk about.
Sinkiki says, as a small business owner, the key to competing with Amazon is adding additional value to the product that the customer can't get with Amazon.
Yep.
100%.
Exactly. And that value for me is having a place to play Age of Sigmar. Jesus Christ. Can't get into, like, every gaming table right now is just consumed right now because everyone left Fantasy Flight and is now playing at the source. I was barely able to play a Song of Ice and Fire or Age of Sigmar over the weekend. There was one table left that we could actually play on just because everyone's at the source right now.
Yeah, GW is notoriously difficult to work with as a retailer, is my understanding. And the margins are slightly lower. Standard retail direct margin for goods is about 50%. GW, my understanding, is like it's about 40 before anything else. So, thanks, GW.
How do you feel about being able to pay to reserve a gaming table for a scheduled game? How do I feel about that? I don't know. You know, I feel like I said, if a game store requires that to stay afloat, like, you know, go for it. We just get into this really tricky area where it's like, we don't need it. We're just doing it because people will pay it and we're making money. I feel like that's just like an anti-consumer practice. And there's been so much of that going on just in the world within the last 2 years. So I kind of have a really bad taste in my mouth from that.
We can make them pay, and then we make more money.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, okay.
I think they're speaking to it being an option. Like, what if, you know, the source is open, first come, first serve, other than events, right? But what if they had an option where it's like, hey, if you pay us $10, you can reserve a table a week in advance or whatever.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. Where you can basically book an event for a certain amount of price.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And in some cases,
that's just what they want you to think.
Yeah, I'd probably do that though, because I play Age of Sigmar at a game store not very often, and just to make sure that I get the opportunity to actually play, that'd be good.
All right, chat, be good. I have to go to the bathroom for a minute to take the biggest shit of my life.
Whoa.
Lil Griff has gifted 5 subs on that note.
Woo!
We also had Teague the League resubscribe in the middle of that. I don't know if we caught that one.
We did not. Teague the League, thank you very much. And also thank you so much to Lil Griff. If you got a sub from Lil Griff, make sure to thank him or her in the chat for gifting a sub. All right, chat. It's just me and you, like good old times. I'm going to be bad. Oh, okay, I was like, what are you saying right now, Jay? But no, I get it, because he's gone. What up, LV? My LGS also started doing a 3D printing service. That's helping them out a good bit from what I hear. Interesting. That's a really cool way for a game store to kind of innovate in the space to make more money. It's kind of like have like a impromptu makerspace or just 3D printing as a service to get your stuff printed. That's very like, you know, it definitely aligns or is tangential with like the kinds of people that be going to game stores. So pretty cool, actually. Good old times when you were on stupid early in the morning. Exactly. Trying to get my 40K army painted for a tournament in May for my LGS first year anniversary. Good luck, Ricky Bobby. Hope you get it done. If it was viable at all, I would love to start a makerspace in my area. Yeah, again, not very experienced in like the financials of that, so I wouldn't know, but we have a couple here in the Twin City area. We have a pretty strong geek culture here in Minnesota. We're very fortunate. I don't know how it compares to other places though. I'd love to know. Making a nonprofit? Missed meeting you at Adepticon, couldn't get away from the booth. You going back next year? Yeah, we go to Adepticon every year. We love it. It's a good time. Yeah, it makes sense that a startup costs would be very high for a makerspace, having to get, you know, essentially you're buying any tool you can. Like not all makerspaces are just exclusively 3D printing ones. You might have a table saw, you might have a planer and a joiner, you might have a CNC, a variety of different kinds of CNCs, you know. There's a lot of tools that a lot of creatives could benefit from. Every makerspace needs a forge, or isn't it allowed to open? Fucking anvil. Was that big, like a big pneumatic hammer too? Yeah. Let me just spend a cool, you know, like 40, 50 grand on a big old pneumatic hammer. I can't remember what they cost. It's been a while since I watched, who's that Forge guy on YouTube? Is his name Alex? I don't think it's Alex. If I can't make a katana on a weekend, why am I going to this hipster place? Awesome to hear, Lily Graff. Glad you finished that project. Black Bear Forge. It's like the most. Who's the most popular? Alex Steele. Thank you. It's not Alex. It's Alec. Yes, Alex Steele. I had definitely had an Alex phase a couple years ago where I watched every video he made. Stoked all stuff. Awesome. Yeah. I watched a video of his recently and it was fucking cool. He has so many more awesome tools to like look at. Like he has like a cool like microscope thing that you use when you're setting gems in like, you know, like rings and stuff. Super cool. He's making a Fairbairn Sykes dagger at the moment. I have no idea what that is. Any tested Adam Savage enjoyers here? Yeah, I really enjoyed the one-day builds when they were like actually one-day builds. I don't mind that the series kind of changed how it was supposed to work. I kind of lost interest in watching it. But yeah, definitely watch some tested stuff. I love Norm. Norm's a good guy. There was a period where there were a lot of Norm haters. I don't know why. Maybe because everyone just liked Adam Savage so much, but I like Norm. Do you watch Forged in Fire? Absolutely. Love Forged in Fire. Love that stuff. Evan is on the toilet right now. Talking about giveaways. Yes, Adam Savage is my celebrity dad. I watched Tested way before Adam got involved. I miss Will and Norm's banter. Yeah, Will. I forgot about Will, dude. Norm does a lot of cool shit that I've actually like learned from and have implemented on my YouTube channel. Like an example was he showed me how to green screen on a tablet, which is not a thing we use for our gaming stream, but that's where I learned how to like use a tablet as a way to live draw on a gaming live stream. Was from Norm. One day builds were never really one day builds. They were one day in a fully loaded prop. It kind of even weirder, you know? Like the one day build became like I remember when he made like a sword in one day, and like he had this cool trick where he like was using aluminum foil to make the blade silver. He made that whole thing in one day. And then like another one I watched, they were like not one day builds, and they were more like we did a ton of setup and have all these pre-complete components, and now Adam's gonna put it together. And it's kind of like, you know, not for me. Still cool though. Telestrator might happen soonish. Okay. I'm hyped. I don't know what made it more viable now, but whatever it is, I'm for it. That is the word though. I forgot it. Telestration. Things have been stable. Okay, I got you. My favorites were when Adam would share model making tips from Lucas. Yeah, so like there was a cool video where he scratch built a spaceship, and he was like telling you about like the best model kits to buy and like where you got the best greaves and stuff. That was fucking cool. During COVID, it kind of, whoa, Evan's doing scene transitions from the fucking bathroom, bro. I mean, like this is like employee of the month kind of behavior right here, Evan. You keep it up. I'm not gonna give you a raise, but I'll tell you you're the best. Get that man a raise, dude. The toilet might be poopy, but not the production quality. Evan will not let anything. No stone left unturned, even while pooping. Yeah, it looks like he's muted. That's funny. That's funny. 2:39, fantastic. We got so much painting time left. Damn, chat, let me tell you, I did a bad job filling this gap. I did a very bad job filling this gap on her abdomen. I'm not wearing a lot, that'd be insane. The show must go on indeed. The cheated prince catching the eye, glad to hear it. I did kind of an interesting technique where I like did a shadow to highlight transition on the pastel pink, and then I did the freehand, and then I kind of glazed over the pattern with purple to get like, the whips. Lesson learned, don't gesture at the model with a paintbrush loaded with paint, Scott, you dumbass. Can I save it? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. So I glazed with purple paint over the pattern to kind of make the pattern fade toward the bottom of her crotch and into like her butt cheeks and stuff. And then toward the top, I took an airbrush with super thin down white ink, and I sprayed like at the very top of the bra, and then kind of repainted in that recessed shade. So it not only did it highlight the breast as well, but it also highlighted the clothing as well. So I thought that was kind of a good twofer. At least it wasn't resin. Yes, at least. Thank you, Dan the Burger Man. Yeah, nice little kind of cheaty way to do a zenithal highlight on a freehand pattern without like having to think about it. You know what I'm saying? All right, getting a little low on the wet palette. Got to fill it up now. You should have a bottle of water next to you while using wet palette, so you can just give her a little squirt and then kind of move on. We're gonna, that water getting in my highlight color fucked it up, so we're just gonna restart the two paints. How was the gap filling on that model? There wasn't much. I just did it poorly. There was one gap to fill, and you can see it right here. It was right by her abdomen. You can see how like the line, it's kind of like it angles up and then goes down, and now there's nothing there. There was a gap there, and I did try to fill it with Milliput. I just didn't do a good enough job. And that was it. That's the only gap that I really saw. Maybe there's kind of a gap like right here on her shoulder, but like there's a recess as well there for detail. So I didn't really care about that one. Give her, you guys, you freaks. My Masterson warped so the middle has a 1/4 inch dome upwards. That's actually hella annoying. You want the opposite to happen. Now no water is gonna get to your sponge in the middle. That's very annoying. I forgot that Evan's the kind of guy that just like poops for like 30 minutes. Yeah, they're great models. They have a lot more that Alex assembled, I think in the B-roll room. I poop like once a year. Scott, there are dozens of us. I mean, I know that's like a typical like dude thing, but man, when I go to the bathroom, like it's like I'm crowning. You know, it's like, oh my God, I'm giving birth, and then I go there and it happens. And I'm fucking outie, dude. I'm outie 5,000 in like, I don't know, 2 fucking minutes. How are those broken anvil paints? They are fine. They work great. They're not necessarily to my preference just because they kind of come pre-thinned a little bit. I like the creamy thick boys and girls. I don't like them when they're super thinned down. Wheezy, thanks for the Prime sub. 38 subs, 12 more to go before I do a giveaway. Are they B movie fine? I would say they're not as fine as the B movie. You know, we can't all be that good.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Lilligraph, thanks for the Prime sub. We appreciate that Prime sub, y'all. If you guys have an Amazon Prime account, you can attach it to your Twitch account and sub to 1 free channel a month. Let's make sure that no one gets those Bezos dollars, all right? So camera question, how much color accuracy do you get on a camera as opposed to post-production? I would say any industry camera, like also in a live production or in a non-live production, you are doing some amount of color correction on the camera. generally what happens, and Evan isn't here so we can't show what the camera looks like. Like the image we give to the computer is very gray and very flat. And then we apply a color corrective lookup table or LUT file to it that takes this image that's actually in a more complicated color space. It's called Rec 2021. And that color space gets converted into Rec 709, which is what you see right now. Less color accuracy, but coming from a better color space, you get better accuracy. And then it applies some contrast, it applies some saturation, it does that color space conversion, and then it gives you the image you want. So in camera, it's not perfect, but after you do that little LUT conversion, then it is perfect, or close to.
All right, Chad, are you ready to see it?
Some things it can't do very well. This camera that we're seeing right now does a very good job with reds and oranges and stuff. Top-down camera, which is not as nice as the GH6, does not do a good job with reds and oranges.
This is what it looks like with the LUT off.
Let's see what this looks like.
I already did it. This is LUT on.
Oh, so it's not as crazy. But there's my hand, very flat. You know, that's honestly pretty accurate. No, I'm eating. Can we do this camera?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the face cam next. The face cam, I think it's more significant. That's what it looks like without a LUT.
So you can see everything lifts, like even the shadows. It all becomes very condensed. This shot is a little underexposed right now, and I think it's because my forehead is so shiny. But it could be even more drastic if we turned it up.
Exposure is something that we're constantly having to adjust on the painting set in particular, because Scott likes to move those lights up and down.
Yeah.
And the further away the lights are because of the inverse square law, the more the lighting changes. Mm-hmm. And because they're in such close proximity normally, it can make a huge difference.
This is true.
So it's all right. I think underexposed looks a lot better than overexposed. So it's the difference between dark and dramatic, or hello, I'm a ghost from the future.
How's the new tat healing? It's good so far. Actually, I haven't really noticed it while streaming at all.
Also, here's a picture of the tattoo in the chat.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I wanna make a whole medieval sleeve now, or a half sleeve rather, with like trumpets and cherubs and vines and other coat to arms and other weaponry, other armor.
Sounds expensive.
Really just go crazy. Yeah, it might be a little expensive, but you kind of you get little bits and pieces at a time.
Jay, have you seen the lights on this set? He's got 3 big panel lights.
I have darker skin that absorbs light. We use theatrical lighting instruments. Like tell me a fixture you use. What's the company and what's the model?
He's got one of those spotlights that they put in front of the nightclub. The gas powered ones.
Like I was cosplaying as part of the Gravelord's army. Yeah, gets pretty desaturated. The cracking on the shield looks good. Thank you. Yeah, I like that too. I was like super concerned that like the sword wasn't going to be the right scale compared to the size of the shield. And so I went and looked up the size of swords, the length of swords, and the size of shields. And this whole layout I actually created in Photoshop. And he just printed it out as a stencil and then traced the shapes so that we had the scale correct on everything. I really want that to be right. Jay's talking about lights you'd mount to an 80-foot ceiling to a light stage. Yeah, like COB lights or a halogen light or something like that. I was kind of just curious which one. Yes, Nick is tech head. He could get into the specifics with you. We use Source 4s from ETC. Okay, nice. What tattoo artist? Tattoo artist name is Iron X Wielder on Instagram. With bulbs, you have halogen bulbs, Jay? Do you know? I mean, maybe Nick might know. Are you using incandescent fixtures? I'm kind of curious what you're running, and if does it trip your breakers a lot if you're not careful? Like if you can run halogen or if you can run an incandescent setup, that's like the best bang for the buck. Like if you are like, I want the legit lighting setup, but I don't want to spend a lot of money, buy secondhand incandescent or halogen lights. Those are even better than these, but they just require an insane power draw. Now we're getting deep. Now we're getting deep into it. Heck, you spend a lot of money every time you shoot, right? Yeah. Imagine being named Iron X Wielder at birth. Yeah, that'd be amazing. His name is Omar Rubio. I thought you meant what is his internet name. My bad. Not just lighting, but cooling the room. Yeah, in a tight room, they get pretty hot. Oh, show. But they do create a ton of light, and they also render skin tones significantly better than the majority of LED fixtures on the market. Some LED fixtures are doing a really good job right now with their color accuracy, but they're very few and far between. But it's getting better all the time. I wonder how I can realistically tattoo on my models. Yeah, that's interesting. Not a complete answer, but a hack to that question would be to, when you're mixing like a highlight for the tattoo, mix some skin tone into that black ink, or whatever the color of the ink is, to get your highlights. We have 3 circuits that are just for our lights. Yeah, I bet. I fucking bet. That's funny. I'm not gonna worry about the belt under the jacket, you know. Some YouTubers actually don't paint the back of their models. I'm not gonna shout anyone out, but I still do that. But like details like this, like the belt as it goes under her jacket, like I'm not gonna paint under there. Like fuck that shit. Like who cares?
I care.
That's fine. You can paint it. If you were to play a different AOS army, which would it be? Ooh. See, this is my problem with AOS, is I never was into it for the longest time. And then finally, Legions of Nagash got an actual vampire counts upgrade. It was like, okay, now this is vampire counts. And then I was down. So there aren't a ton of armies that I'm super interested in, but I think Daughters of Cain would be my choice. I like Daughters of Cain.
I know someone who has a Daughters of Cain army that they haven't painted.
Who just picked up another army and might be looking to get rid of their Daughters of Cain army?
Maybe.
No, I think Curtis wants to keep his Doc army. But yeah, I love me some scary ladies. What army would you like added to AOS then? Do we need to ask the question? Is the answer not totally obvious? Obviously, what else?
Yeah.
Not tree people. Elves that like trees, okay? There's a very big difference.
So you're saying that there should be a Wood Elf faction that their lore is that they're canonically just trying to marry the tree people?
I mean, that's fine too.
Because they like the trees, like really like them.
I'm fine with them wanting to marry trees. I'm fine with them being half tree. Like if I had an entire army of Spite Revenants and Tree Revenants, that would be the AOS version of Wood Elves that I would have loved to have had. We got just 2 units of it, and that's it. Vampirates.
Yeah, they could probably just expand that army model and range-wise to make you happy enough with them, couldn't they?
Yes.
Like, they don't need necessarily another faction. They just need another 3 or 4 units that really lean more into the wood elf side rather than the I'm a dryad piloting a tree mech.
Yes, absolutely. That would be totally fine by me if it was just like a sub-faction of Sylvaneth.
Butterfly people, not tree people.
I'm not super into the insect motif that's part of Sylvaneth. It's fine.
I think it's cool. Riding around on big beetles and stuff is neat. Why not?
Do you not like the Revenant Archers and the Bug Riders? Yeah. Not super big into the bug stuff. That's part of Sylvaneth. Or like the butterfly wings stuff. I'm just like I was never like the kind of kid that's like into insects and stuff. Like I know Curtis was super into like that as a young kid. And then someone asked about the Skaith's Wild Hunt. They're pretty cool, but they're more fawns and centaurs. They're not elves. They have like hooves and shit. They're also cool, just not what I'm exactly looking for. You ever see those trussy pics on Google? Yeesh, what the fuck? What's that? What's trussy? It's funny though. It sounds funny. So I'm really trying to shake the brush licking habit with this model. And one thing that has really been helping me is just having a very wet paper towel immediately below me. So like I'm painting right here and my towel is right here. You can see it in the shot. Like I can really easy kind of just get there, clean the brush off and get back to it. And it's working for the most part. I think it has something to do with tree lovers. Okay. But the paint is good for you. I loved the forest spirit element of the Wood Elf army as like flavor for the Wood Elf army. That was awesome. I loved that. But now it's like the reverse. Like the elves are like the flavor in this forest spirit army. Our fun teen says, I've collected Wood Elves in 6th edition and I can't relate to the AOS stuff because besides the giant flying insects that reminds me of Starship Troopers, treemen look like Eldar now. I'm kind of okay with the AOSified tree lord or treemen. Yeah, I like them as flavor to my Wood Elves, not as the main thing. We all know Scott's favorite model. Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. Ariel is an amazing model.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care much for the giant beetle, but the fucking chick on top, fuck yes, amazing model.
I think the giant beetle works.
Yeah, I'll be like the beetle.
It could be something else, but I think it's on brand. This one's good. The Vinci Con squad has to recreate a movie. What movie is it and why?
I feel like you need the full squad here to answer that question.
That's probably true. I feel like Vince would insist on something esoteric and amazing and drag the rest of you along with it.
Yeah, probably. Reservoir Dogs. Does that need to be remade though? Should be left the door open to introduce Wood Elf / Spirit sub-action into the game. The creation lore of the Spite Revenants is unknown. Ooh.
Okay, I have a follow-up question.
Ocean's 11?
For Lil Griff. When we're talking about this remake, do we mean like we're seriously trying to remake a movie, or we mean like high schoolers pulling out the handy cam and recreating a scene from a movie kind of thing?
The remake of Gattaca.
watched Gattaca in school.
You did?
Yeah.
I just recently watched it just for fun. Like, I don't know, 2 months ago or something like that.
The association I have with that movie is like, I think biology class. Where it was like, yeah, we could watch something like actually educational, or we could just watch this and then have a conversation about the ethics of genetics, which is kind of cool. So Kratzberg says we also watched it in bio. Yeah.
I never do just straight up wet blending for real. No, I am.
Straight up wet blending for real, chat. Pro wet blending strategies. I'm changing the name of the stream to that.
A nice little blendy blend. Let's make kids sad of genetics. I was just imagining the movies with. Okay, I got you. So then John's suggestion does work then. If that's the intent, it's like people at the VincyCon are the actors in the remake.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was imagining, but
So that makes sense. Interesting. Okay.
Tegan League says I vote Sex in the City.
What else? What's a good movie with five main actors? I don't know.
The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
Fuck yeah, dude. Clerks. Remake Up. One of you dies.
You remake The Incredibles. One of you has to play the bad guy, obviously, because there's 4 members of the family and the villain.
I'll be the villain. I'll fall on that sword.
Yeah, but does it actually fit you?
I don't know.
You've seen The Incredibles, right?
Oh yeah. I haven't seen the second one, although I know a lot of people like the second one.
I was pretty disappointed by it. I didn't
Okay.
dislike it, but it was just kind of like the first movie is so perfect.
Yeah, it was good.
And then the second movie has like a huge pacing problem. But otherwise it's pretty good.
Did Snaffler say, you said scroll, but did you mean crawl? Nah, Scott is Dash. Dude, why am I always the young, high energy person?
Okay, Squirt.
Oh, kill me, dude. You know what? If you want to piss me off, call me Bud. Like, just be like, all right, Bud. And the worst part, that's such a common fucking word in Minnesota, dude. I fucking hate it.
See, it's like I don't know. I feel like John plays Frozone. Yeah, I think you probably play Dash. I don't know.
That's
Sorry.
fine. I'll take it.
I feel like Syndrome would be Vince.
Like someone said, make Vince the baby.
Jack's not a real character. You can't cast someone as him.
A Midwesterner that hates the word bud. The word bud just seems like it's condescending, you know? You know, like someone, like you call, like as a parent, you call your child bud, you know? How you doing, bud? You doing okay? Squirt? You know, it's the same fucking thing as squirt, you know? Like Alex, my editor, uses the word bud so much. I actually had to like tell him. I had to be like, yo, like stop calling me that. Like call me anything else other than bud. He was like, oh, okay. He had no idea. Call me some boy. Hey there, sport. Yeah, it's the same fucking thing, dude.
Scott's favorite nickname is Scooter.
Hey, I'm fine with Scooter, you know?
And Skeeter?
Skeeter. Sport. I hate it. People call me Bub when I was bartending. Yeah, dude. Bud is the fucking worst. Wait, so does this mean that Sam Lenz is the villain then?
I I don't think Sam pulls off Syndrome. I think Syndrome is Vince.
Okay, I forgot that Syndrome was the villain.
Yeah, Syndrome is the villain.
Okay.
Because his whole thing is he wants to give superpowers to everybody.
That's what he's
When
trying.
everybody's special, no one is.
That's what he's trying to do with his fucking YouTube channel.
Exactly. That's Vince.
I'm trying to guard these secrets here, okay? I want to be the best mini painter. God damn it, Vince. Syndrome is the babysitter. Goobs is Gazer Beam? Who the fuck is Gazer Beam? That's a hilarious name, though.
Gazer Beam is one of the heroes that like dies off screen and is one of the former members of the Justice Friends or whatever.
No, Goobs.
Just cameos as a skeleton. Yeah. He's dead in the cave.
He's a Cape Death?
Yeah, and he's got like he's a skeleton with like the Cyclops eyepiece sitting on it.
Okay. Let's quick. Someone pull up the extended lore of The Incredibles. The first Incredible movies was the best Pixar movie. Man, I can't remember like what animated movies I've seen are Pixar ones and which ones aren't. A Bug's Life is pretty good. What is
I
that?
hate A Bug's Life.
What is that? Is that Pixar?
That's Pixar, yes.
Okay.
Pixar was Toy Story, Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, something, then The Incredibles, Toy Story 3. Let's just look at it.
Okay, Lord Vladik has it right. Vince would 100% be Edna mode. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. Like a B movie Pixar did? Wall-E, okay.
B-movie is not Pixar.
All right, Jay's got it right. The best Pixar movie is Wall-E.
I disagree.
Hondo P.
Wall-E is probably my second favorite. Incredibles is definitely number one for me. All right, so in order, it's Toy Story, Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Cars, Ratatouille, Wall-E, Up, Toy Story 3, Cars 2, Brave, Monsters University, Inside Out, The Good Dinosaur, Finding Dory, Cars 3, Coco, The Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4, Onward, Soul, Luca, Turning Red, and Lightyear.
Yo, okay. There are some good movies.
There are some strong contenders for number one. I wasn't even thinking about Up.
Yeah,
Up is amazing.
Soul is amazing.
The Incredibles is amazing.
Yeah.
Cars 2 is amazing.
Moana is the best Pixar movie. I will fight. End sentence. Where's Emil in your scenario? This wasn't a YouTuber thing. It was a VinceCon thing. We could make it a YouTuber thing. It doesn't matter. I asked AI to make Pixar mom ass once and regretted it. What the fuck?
What? Yeah, Inside Out is also pretty great. Inside Out makes me cry every time.
Inside Out, yeah. Inside Out's good.
I love that Inside Out also has one of the few things that they've changed for international audiences. There's a scene where you see into the minds of the parents and they're thinking about other stuff. And in the American version, the dad is thinking about hockey, I think. Or maybe he's thinking about American football, but in the international versions, for most of them, he's thinking about soccer. That's like the only change.
Love it. I saw that brush lick, god damn it. Ratatouille is also very good. I really enjoyed that. I watched that one recently. But yeah, I think after hearing all of those, I think number one for me is Wall-E. Number two is Soul. Maybe number three is Up. I don't know. It's too hard. It's too hard to do. But I do like Wall-E. The Kitten. Thank you for gifting a sub to Useless Wizard.
What are we, 9 away now?
We are 10 away from doing our giveaway.
It says 10 right now, but I think it's about to go down.
Okay.
Maybe not. It is 10. I was wrong.
No worries.
I like Monsters Inc., but it is not their best movie.
Monsters Inc. is good. They're all so good. I mean, they're all, they kind of all just live in this like 4 out of 5 stars, like really kind of nice, harmless territory. But I feel like Wall-E did something new, and I feel like Soul did something new. So to me, they kind of stand out. The other ones don't stand out as much.
I don't know. Doing the same thing as other people, but just better than anyone else has done it, is also a pretty big flex. That's kind of how I feel about The Incredibles. Because The Incredibles is like the second best superhero movie ever made.
In the manual and Cannibal Daddy 69 with the subs. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. 8 more for the giveaway. We got an hour left in the stream. Should be easy.
Pixar also pulled off the impossible, which is Toy Story 2 is a better movie than Toy Story 1. And it was a unplanned, unwarranted sequel.
Didn't Paddington also do that?
Yeah, it happens. It's rare. It happens. Bill and Ted's another great example of that. The first movie's pretty good. The second movie's amazing.
Really? You like the second one more than the first one?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. How does the paint taste this morning? Cannibal Daddy 69 tastes delicious. Well, actually, we're not doing much brush sticking right now with this paint range. T2.
I'm not sure that Terminator 2 is a better movie than the first one. It's a really different movie than the first one.
Yeah, the first one was pretty good. I remember I watched that one recently for the first time, actually.
And Aliens is also another example of a movie that's really different than its predecessor.
Does Aliens get, like, more action-y?
Yeah, it's basically the same thing as Terminator to Terminator 2. Terminator 1 is like a slasher horror movie, and Terminator 2 is an action thriller movie.
The kill count in Terminator 1 is insane.
Yeah, because he's an unstoppable force that's going to kill Sarah Connor. Terminator 2 has a pretty high body count too, though. But yeah, Aliens is sort of the same thing. Alien, you have one thing on the ship chasing everyone around. It's a slasher movie. Second movie, it's let's send in the Marines to kill all these aliens that are in a colony. And surprise, surprise, it doesn't go great. Okay, so Jay, I want to be clear. What I said is unplanned and unwarranted sequels. Empire Strikes Back was a pseudo-planned sequel. They knew that if it took off, they had ideas for what they wanted to do next.
I have not seen Aliens, to answer the question in chat. I've seen Alien, I've seen Alien Covenant, and I've seen the P one, the prequel. What's it called?
Sorry. The idea of just skipping over the other good movies and going to Alien Covenant.
Yeah, I've seen that one, and then the other one, which is undoubtedly in chat. Prometheus. Yep, that one. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Hellraiser 2 is good, but it's not better than the original. Oh, God. It's not very hard to make a better movie than the original Hellraiser. Let me tell you, that movie sucks ass. Am I right, Jay? Am I right? Yeah, I know. I gotta see Aliens. I gotta see them. I haven't seen it yet, but I definitely will. That's vile, bro. Oh, I love it. The kitten. No! Which Aliens was Prison Planet? I do not know.
That's 3, yeah. It's bad. Alien Resurrection is bad.
Yeah, I mean, Alien, the OG one definitely is a top 10, top 5 contender. Hellraisers 1 and 2 is a great double feature. Yeah. You say so. You say so. I want to...
It's sad, because Alien 3 could have been a really good movie. Could have.
Alien Resurrection.
Alien Resurrection is also quite bad.
Well, I've seen AVP. I've seen that one.
Hey, no matter who wins, we lose. Maybe the best tagline for a movie ever. Not a very good movie, but a great tagline.
This is the AVP tagline?
Yeah.
No matter who wins,
we lose.
That's pretty good.
Die Hard 3 is best than the two previous. I think you mean Die Hard 3. And I kind of agree. I have the most fond feelings for Die Hard 3. Even though the first one was such a fresh thing. Certainly, Die Hard 2 is the weakest one. Die Hard 1 is amazing. Die Hard 3 is amazing. Die Hard 2 is kind of like, skip it.
Hot take, Alien versus Predator Requiem. Haven't seen that one. Is not that bad. Not good, but not bad.
It's not that bad, guys. It's not as bad as, like, being hit by a truck. All experiences are relative.
Yes.
But is it better than playing Age of Sigmar?
Depends on how fast the truck is going. I haven't seen Prey.
Neither have I.
I saw the Predator remake though. The what was it 2021 with Shane Black?
Yeah.
Like one of the original actors in the original Predator coming back to direct the next one. Love that. I think
the Predators.
I think Shane Black was the guy with the glasses, right? In the original Predator who got dusted.
Something like that. I don't know. Predator's not really that great, honestly. And there's never been a good Predator movie.
Scott needs to come up with a universal experience rating system. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm confused.
It means, you know how people say that you can't experience or compare apples and oranges? It's like if you come up with a universal experience rating scale, you can apply everything to this list.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Now, the first Predator movie is fun, but it's not really actually that good. It's okay. It's not bad. It's just not that good.
No. I just recently rewatched the older Total Recall movie with my wife because I got it on Blu-ray for like $5 at Walmart.
That movie is
total steal.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I kind of wish that it was less of an action movie and more of a movie that leaned into the question, what happens to a world that implants experiences instead of having them?
Well, I kind of agree with you, but the point of the movie is that the doubt over what you're seeing, like, that whole movie could be Arnold just dying on the table. Where the experience that they implant into him, it's exactly what he asked for, and he could literally be dying. You know, there's that scene at the end where the same doctor shows up.
Sure.
And they're like, dude, you're dying. You have to reject this experience and come back. And he's like, that's bullshit. I have to save Mars.
Yeah. That's kind of a lame film thing, though. It's like, it was all a dream all along.
But that's just it. It's like they don't pull that. They say that could be happening, but you don't really know. But the whole thing is like, you start off with like this relatively mundane sci-fi setting, and it just like accelerates more and more. Like, there are aliens, and there's a guy growing out another guy's stomach and stuff. It's like nuts. But it's all believable, but it's also nuts. It's executed perfectly because it's Paul Verhoeven and he's the fucking man. And Memory Garden 7, yes. I like RoboCop. That movie is the bomb. I don't know if Scott's even seen RoboCop.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen the new one and the old one.
Well, the new one is not the bomb.
Yeah, we were between Running Man and Total Recall, and she picked Total Recall, so we watched that.
That is the correct choice. Running Man is pretty meh. It's fine. It's fun. But it doesn't have anything more to it than, one-liners and weird bad guys.
Love it. Quado is the best. Oh man, was there a question that I forgot to... Which is better, getting sodomized by a future Templar or painting Space Marines?
You've got to put them both on the universal experience scale, Scott.
We're talking about watching New Barbarians or painting Space Marines. Absolutely watching New Barbarians is better.
Yeah, but what about living the New Barbarians?
I mean, I did say I'd never paint a Space Marine ever again. So I guess I'm getting butt fucked. Is it better? I don't know. The recent thing Pratt did on Amazon had you wondering if he was imagining his problems until the very end. What a twist. I don't know what that one is.
So the universal rating scale thing does already exist. There's an American remake of this show that's nowhere near as good as the original. I highly encourage people to look up Review with Miles Barlow. It's an Australian comedy show from like 2008, I think. And the idea is people send in questions like, hey, could you review this thing? And he puts them on a universal rating scale, like the 5-star system to rate something. But like the things that he's doing are like starting a cult. Yeah, Scott, you'd love this show. That's probably my favorite one. There's a whole bunch of great ones. And all of them start with like a misinterpretation of the letter. So the starting of the cult one is someone asks him to review D&D. Like they're like, my friends and I have gotten into role-playing games, so that he goes, starting a cult. Is it, like something we've always wanted to attempt or whatever. It's great. So good.
That sounds great.
In fact, I'm just gonna 1 second here.
Yeah, I think John had a pretty good universal rating system in there from Barstool Sports. One bite, everyone knows the rules. Well, he only does pizza though. Favorite Middle Earth movie? Easy. 2 Towers. No contest. How do you beat Helm's Deep? The answer is you don't.
There you go. I sent you the starting a cult one so you can get your teeth wet.
There we go. Get your teeth wet. Not cutting your teeth. Not getting your feet wet. Getting your teeth wet.
Why would you cut your teeth?
That's the phrase, Evan.
Yeah, but
it's not getting your teeth wet. I love
getting
it.
your teeth wet makes sense.
Does it?
You take a little bite of the apple. You get your teeth wet.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I've seen the American version Rufus. It's nowhere near as good. It is yet another example of Americans trying to adapt a comedy show and sucking all of the life and soul out of it. It's shit.
Helm's Deep is the best action set piece ever. Hell yeah, I agree.
Teeth should always be wet, but they aren't always.
No, you got to get them wet.
Yes, I've watched Takeshi's Castle. The show from which most of the stuff from Most Extreme Challenge or whatever that show is called was pulled.
And Most Extreme Elimination Challenge?
That's it, thank you.
Fuck yeah, that show rocks. I haven't seen Takeshi's Castle though. Painting a bunch of thin purple lines until I fucking die.
I've watched Taskmaster. I've told other people to watch it. They tried to make an American adaptation of that show, and every time they try and bring a British comedy here, it's like The Office is the one exception of a show that didn't like completely get sucked dry of all of its soul and essence in the transit across the Atlantic.
I don't know. Sometimes British humor doesn't super land with me because I'm not huge on cringe. And it seems like they are big on cringe.
I mean, I agree with you. And to be clear, I don't even really like The Office that much.
The British one or the American one?
Both. They're both just fine. But that's kind of my point, is at least the American version of The Office still delivers on the experience, or at least the first season does. And then they started doing some fucking wild shit. But
some may say it got significantly better after the first season.
It might have.
But you're right. They did start out trying to be like the British show in the beginning.
And then they just embraced the absurd.
And then they just were like, oh, okay, I guess audiences are different.
We're an American sitcom. Yeah. And that's fine. The show had heart and soul. That's what I mean. It's like a lot of the time when they bring over like comedy or really anything from the UK, it just like doesn't work because they're just like, we'll just use the same script and insert other people to do it that don't have any name recognition in America, but we're going to pretend that they do. You know, we're going to insert our own Z-list celebrities into this, and then no one gives a shit, and it's not as good. So
someone said there's a Hindi version of The Office. Are you talking about the call center show? Or like just, am I like totally off here? Parks and Rec is better than The Office. I will die on this hill.
Agreed.
You know, well, you can like whatever you want to like. That's fine.
I mean, I agree. It's a better written show. And has smarter jokes and works for longer for me. Still not my favorite. It's better, though.
I wish that Parks and Rec would just try to do its own thing instead of be like, you know.
I agree. At its worst is when it's basically being The Office.
Yeah.
It's at its best when it's just actually being funny.
Brooklyn 99. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, that shit is good. No, there's a straight up Hindi The Office.
I didn't know that.
Okay. What scale is the model that you're painting?
It is 75. We can see it right now compared to 32. She's a big lady.
Big lady.
Big lady. Yeah, I like me a big lady. That sounded weird.
Tim Tam, huh?
Tim Tam Slam. I know Australian things. All of his shows are just different versions of The Office. I live where they base the map of Pawnee off of. Is this your claim to fame, HUD?
Pawnee before it got rebranded as Pawnee.
What do you like better, 75 or 32? I don't know if I could say which one I like more. I like the variety. I think it's important to have both.
He said, I don't know if I can say because he's afraid they'll get him if he does.
Oh, okay. What the fuck? Who's saying this?
You did. He said, I don't know if I can say.
Oh, yeah.
The subtext there is that you might get in trouble.
Right, yes. Tim Tams are so good. Tim Tam is asking because he wants to try it out. I think you should absolutely try it out. It's a whole different experience. I would say I'd recommend starting with a bust, a simple bust, not one with a ton of detail on it.
What I recommend is starting with The Duchess, available at Miniac.co.
That model's got a little bit designed atch going on, especially with the gauntlets. There's a lot of shit on the gauntlets. And the war tassels on her dress are a little extra.
Or soon, very soon, hopefully, you'll be able to pick up the other 3 Miniacs.
Yes, some of those are bangers. I mean, they're all fucking bangers. Who am I? What am I saying?
Yeah, some of the things that we make here are good.
I mean, you know, the Duchess was the first model that I made, and I definitely learned some lessons about it. I could make a better vampire chick right now, for sure.
Prove it.
For sure.
Make a better vampire chick right now. You got 30 minutes.
Okay. Shit, I can't do it. I lied. God damn it. Scott rates his own minis on stream. I love all the Wood Elves. All the Wood Elves I'm insanely proud of. I was such an asshole to work with, probably, for all those sculptors and concept artists, but man, did I get the vision that I wanted on those figures. There are some things that are kind of like they did whatever they wanted, but I really made sure all the main details were how I wanted it.
Yeah, Lollipop Wood Elf is definitely the best one. Is that clip still up on the Twitch page?
Probably. I mean, yeah, I think clips stay up forever, don't they?
I don't know. I don't know how Twitch works. It's not like it's my job. Or
you guys can't desecrate my models, okay?
You should enter that into painting competitions.
Lollipop Wood Elf is my headcanon.
Scott, you got to partner with Resin Beast so people can enter that into Resin Beast.
Oh, yeah. I hear you, Rufus. I hear you.
Do you? You have synesthesia?
Yes.
That's cool.
Any news on the mini painting game show? Nah, all my leads are dead for that. So I'm not sure if we divulged this detail, but I have literally been contacted about a mini painting show 3 times, and they always want to make it happen, but they just aren't able to, and it's got to be because there just isn't enough interest from producers. They're not convinced it'll be a profitable show, but I wish sometime that'd work out.
Think that clip might be gone forever.
No. Did you sort by most views?
Yeah.
Rip. I thought clips stayed up forever. Am I crazy?
I don't think they do. They must be ethereal. Yeah, Mike Genie. I own that on DVD. Penny Arcade's reality show that they did. Strip Search. When I went out and visited Seattle, I had to ride the ducks because of the episode of that stupid show where they went and rode the ducks. It was important to me. So me and my buddy Sindri went and rode the ducks.
Man, these buttons, these are true scale buttons.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Is it nut time? Is it nut time?
You better believe it.
It's nut time, chat. He's breaking them out. Summonless Maker. Thanks for the sub. We appreciate it. Hear me out. You run it as an event at a con, 5 sessions, 1 hour block. Just make your own game show. You can squeeze it into your schedule. I mean, depending on whether or not you want to get that Ranger course sometime in the next 3 years. I might disagree with you. I do have some info about the Ranger course, though. Me and Alex have a meeting tomorrow to discuss the progress he made on John's course. We do a weekly retrospective. And we're also going to set a date for when we will begin filming the dialogue or the monologue for my class. So I will have to film it by then. And it'll give me a hard date that I have to commit to, which will help me finish up like the last 2 lessons in the script. Not amazing news, but some progress. Summon Lesser Maker. Is that what it is? Summon Lesser Maker, my bad. Will we be seeing the head attached during this stream? I don't think so. I think I do that at the very, very end. So like I never really know what, I never really know like,
Oh, your lav died. These damn batteries. That's not acceptable. That was you. Blame me. You said you.
oh, he's beating Evan now.
Trying to blame me.
Music is too loud. Yeah, it gets loud when the talking stops. Auto mute when Scott leaks something new. Yeah. Evan has a liability mute button.
I can just mute Scott. There, you can't hear him now. Wrecked.
It's because he was giving us mini pain secret.
No secrets allowed. Mike Genie knows what's up. You haven't lived until you've taken a solid hit from an XLR cable.
The fuck?
Is Scott the Tom Holland of the miniature wargame world? Maybe the miniature painting world.
That's what everyone says I am. Surprised at how well I painted these buttons, other than one. Gotta redo that one. Someone asked Tom Holland about. Do not do that. Who's Tom Holland? He's the current Spider-Man actor.
Yeah. And other stuff.
Yes. Didn't Tom Holland didn't he briefly get into miniature painting?
I don't know if he actually got into it, but I remember that he and Henry Cavill were on some talk show together. And Cavill was talking about it because, it was in that period where everyone was like, "You paint miniatures?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then after extolling the virtues of it, Tom was like, "Damn, that sounds dope. Can I come over and join you in that?" But I don't know if that ever happened.
Okay. Do it, Tom. Join us.
Is it time for the next 10 videos for us to upload to have Tom Holland's face in them?
Yes. Patrick! God damn it!
Yeah, what'd you do?
Patrick fell off of the fucking chalkboard. Bastard.
Ooh, someone just picked up a Miniac enamel pen.
Hey-o!
You know who it was? Viewer! Good old viewer.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, Graham Norton kind of pissed me off when he was talking to Henry Cavill about his
Yeah, that's who it was.
his
Yeah.
mini painting hobby. He was kind of a dick.
I think every clip I've ever watched of Graham Norton, I've come away thinking like, man, that guy just seems like a huge jackass. But he has great guests on his show, and they do good bits. So I don't know. None of the guests seem too cut up about it. But yeah, I've watched quite a few clips where I'm like, damn, dude. Other people have like legitimate experiences and beliefs other than yours. Maybe chill out.
Yep. That sounds about right. Okay, Chad agrees with me. Okay. Have you watched any of the Rahul? No, I haven't. That's on it's not Watch It Played. Ugh, what is it called? I forget the YouTube show. They do 40K in 40 minutes, something like that. Yeah, that sounds about right. Kai the mini painter. Have I seen the latest trailers for Planet Tabletop? Thank you. Have I seen the latest trailers for Bolt Gun? I have not. What's Bolt Gun? Is that an animated short? Is it a feature? Is that Cavill's feature? Look at my buttons. I got blue buttons now. And a little blue zipper. Needed something to break up that purple. It was a little too crazy. Shit. I ate my paint.
You gonna paint some patterns on those socks?
I'm gonna do 2 Hello Kitty. So a Hello Kitty right there, and the Hello Kitty logo right there. So that one's not too hard to do. I was thinking about doing the Nico Galaxy logo, but that one's a little kind of complicated. There's kind of a lot going on. I mean, maybe I could simplify it, and then it would be easier to do.
I mean, just the cat helmet is a lot, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Legally distinct? No, I'll do straight up Hello Kitty.
I think what you do is you put that sticker, adapt that to the bottom of the hoverboard deck.
Yeah, I know. See, okay. All right. I'm not going to paint the bottom of the board, even though I totally should. It's just like, no one's ever going to see it, and I got to finish this fucking thing. I'm taking way too long. But it would be so cool to paint the bottom of the hoverboard. You're totally right.
Just use the sticker. Easy mode.
It's so big though. Like, look how.
Yeah, you just like you. That's
Alex
how,
said the same thing. Actually, it's funny.
That's like how deck art is, where it's like oversized and hangs off the edges, so to speak.
Yeah.
You could totally do that, where the face is just like cut in a stripe.
Yeah, that could definitely be cool. All right. I need to paint this other strap. earlier Scott. Other paint. See, here's the thing. If you didn't look at the very bottom of the model, you wouldn't see the board. But if you are fishing around for details, you'll definitely find some things that I haven't painted. But that would be fucking sick.
It so it's like mid jump.
Oh yeah, dude.
So the diorama is like it going off of like a staircase or something.
Yeah.
Doing a sick gap.
That would be cool, actually.
Mike Genie says, are you going to do the shoes like the Power Lace Nikes from Back to the Future?
I'm going to do something crazy with the shoes. Probably something that is in this scheme, this pastel scheme, just so we don't get super nuts. Like, I'm not going to like introduce like yellow and shit.
Yellow and white.
Yellow and white.
Non-metallic metal shoes.
Neko Galaxy.
Are you only just seeing that now? The hell?
Well, I got to paint the mini every now and then.
No, I mean, like, is your chat like hanging off the bottom of the page or something?
The last thing I'm seeing is the power laces where the gray and blue.
Okay, never mind. It's all there. You just took your time reading.
I got to paint the goddamn model.
Yeah, it's been there for like 7 years, man.
7 years.
That's true. We did establish that Scott can't read.
True. All right, chat, we got 7 subs left to go in the last 30 minutes of the stream. When we hit those last 7 subs, we're gonna do a giveaway of the, Gormaw, this big, giant Dune-esque worm, and also 3 blisters, all from Reaper, if we hit that 50 sub goal.
He says 3, but he's holding up 2. There are 3. There you go.
There it is. Rufus, I'm gonna change my rating to Citizen Kane just so we can stop talking about it.
He's gonna lower it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Ultimate troll.
I'll fucking lower it. The Crimson Chamberlain gifting a sub to Hero of Canton. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 6 more. I remembered I have the beer girl Vaisha in my pile of shame. Putting that together soon. Nice. It's too late, but I will get bored of it soonish. Doing my part. Nice.
Another great Paul Verhoeven movie.
Another movie that I have not seen.
You haven't seen Starship Troopers?
No.
Shit, man.
I started to watch it, and then I realized that it was actually a good movie. And then I was like, wait, I don't want to watch a good movie right now. I want to watch a shit movie. And then I stopped watching it and started watching The New Barbarians.
The weird thing about Starship Troopers is that it's both a bad movie and a good movie.
Yeah.
In a very purposeful way.
Yeah.
Like, Verhoeven purposefully miscast the movie because he wanted to make it like a propaganda film. Because that's the satirical element. So like Casper Van Dien is like the main character. It's like so out of place. But that's what he's doing, and it's great. It is related to the book of the same name, Citizen Perfect. It is not a direct adaptation. It's instead both a adaptation and commentary on the ideas. It's great. The movie's really good.
Campy isn't necessarily bad. Huh. Mick Joggles NUA. Thanks for the Prime sub. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, exactly. It was NPH like right after Doogie Howser ended. Yeah, it is. Well, no, it's not parody. It's satire. This is the difference.
The chat is just entirely Starship Troopers now. Alright, I'm gonna also highlight this strap. Straps are kind of like where display painting goes to die. Like I can only handle so much of this. Luckily, we're just about done.
How many straps are on your minis?
The Ranger has too many straps, let me say that much. But otherwise, pretty good. Pretty good strap to model ratio.
From now on, all of the women that Scott commissions are going to be strapless. Oh, there we go. Anonymous.
Hey,
Gifting
Anonymous.
5 subs.
With the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Anonymous. Appreciate it. All right, we hit it. Okay, so here's the deal, Evan. You tell him the deal, Evan.
Oh, okay. You made it sound like you were going to explain it to me.
Nah.
So here's the deal. You're going to hit !moist in the chat once you see the message in the chat telling you to do it. If you're in a country where you're not allowed to enter giveaways, don't do it. Otherwise, all you do is be a follower of the channel and hit !moist, and it's pretty sweet. I got to put in the description. Stop it. It's not going yet. No.
Elindi. Thanks for the sub. We appreciate it.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Let's see. It is 3:53, so we will have this giveaway go for 20 minutes. The other thing is when the giveaway ends... What do you mean I have a giveaway running? I don't have a giveaway running. What the hell? Hang on.
Everyone mark your Miniac bingo for premature moisting.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Is there one running?
No, it's the one from last week. Like, I didn't click complete. Okay, the giveaway's going now. You'll see a message in chat. A raffle has been started. There you go. Now hit !moist. And it says that it's this dungeon in a box. I just updated the description. Streamlabs, please. Here we go. Just ignore the chat messages that say that it's for a dungeon in a box. Streamlabs is being crap. Like I said, !moist. You see it. It's happening. You know, one thing I really like is that it's smart enough to not show that on the actual VOD recording. All the dozens of people that are hitting !moist.
Oh, because it doesn't show that in the chat?
It shows it in the actual chat, but it doesn't show it in the on-screen chat. Yeah, no, you don't have to be a sub to enter.
Don't need to be a sub.
You only have to follow the channel so that we can send you a message to get your details afterwards.
That, and also so you get notifications when we go live.
That too.
There is some incentive for us to do giveaway, also the subs.
The big one is the sending the message thing. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a message from someone saying, hey, can you tell me what kind of cameras you use? Or, you know, like, what is the terrain that you're using on that table? They can send me the message because I have my setup open to receiving messages from non-followers, non-friends on Twitch. And then I type in the whisper that they sent me a reply, and it says, you cannot send messages to this user because you are they don't follow you and you are not friends. And their preferences don't allow it or whatever.
That's ridiculous.
That has happened probably 8 times already this year. Because it's like that's the default setting, and people don't know it. So that is why it is set to followers only.
Thank you, Captain Dipship. That's a good name. A lady at Adepticon gave 2 Bones USA models to my kids, and I'm honestly shocked at how good they are. Yeah, they're super nice.
They're Seocast, baby. They're good.
Okay. I finished the purple stuff. Oh my god, and there was much rejoicing.
Yay.
Now I need to do the guns, the socks, the shoes, something. Let's do the socks. Okay. We'll do the socks, the shoes, and then we'll do the oh. Oh no, I'm wiping paint off. Scott, why? Oh, I'm wiping it off there too. Right on the edge. Should have waited until the end to paint that jacket. I just wanted to paint the biggest detail first, so I got it out of the way. We're gonna do some cold socks. Not literally cold, but color temperature cold. There's a cool black too, isn't there? Yeah, boy. Big shout out to Reaper for putting the sculptors on the names of the packaging. Yeah, I saw that actually for the first time when I was doing this giveaway. Artist B. Jackson. Look at that. Mm-hmm. B. Jackson, C. Lewis. God damn, they got C.S. Lewis sculpting models for fucking Reaper, dude? No.
It's a side passion project for him.
Yeah.
And Lord knows that man has a lot of passion.
He does. Retro Evil Inc. Thank you for the Prime sub. We appreciate it. If you guys don't know, we're doing a giveaway right now. Type !moist in the chat if you are a follower of the stream, and you get put into a giveaway for 4 Reaper models. We got a big boy, and we got 3 small models. Ooh. Thank you, Isidore. Oh. Okay. Let's do them socks. Give me that wormy boy. You gotta earn that wormy boy. All right.
I love seeing the first time chatters entering the giveaway. Mostly because it's fun and fresh screen names like Absolute Spoonage.
Shout out to the lurkers. Absolute Spoonage.
Shout out to the people who are just discovering that we stream. Today we're streaming to the art category. I figured we'd do that for OGA and also because it's a Neko Galaxy figure.
Are you saying that Neko Galaxy appeals more to the viewers of art than of Warhammer?
No comment.
Have you seen the people in the art community?
No comment.
It is exclusively. I don't even know what to describe it as.
Chase Crossing says, loving the stream. I love watching videos, but I never get to see things like you mixing paint, which is what I struggle with because nobody shows it.
Interesting. What is it about mixing paint that has you perplexed?
I will say that that's actually something that I struggled with for a while that I couldn't find good resources on. Thinning paint and mixing paint are always described, and like everyone has different descriptions of how you should be doing it, but it's very, I think, maybe difficult to show the right way to do them on camera. Chase Crossing says consistency and how slowly you get to colors.
Oh yeah, sure. Sometimes you really need to, like when I'm mixing a black into a white, especially, like I'm trying to get to the max shadow color for a sock, which is typically white. And so when I'm trying to get to that shadow color, mixing in black into a white you can really mix in too much black too easily. So you got to be super careful about the amount. Melted ice cream. You know, it's funny you should say that. That's what I heard also from my Games Workshop store owner. Like they used to do they probably still do painting lessons. Yeah, they would always describe the consistency you're shooting for all painting with that of melted ice cream. Yeah, I'm just adding tiny amounts. Can't even see it. Tiny amounts of black, maybe a bit more than that, to get to the place that I'm trying to get to. And even that, I added too much. Lol. Melted ice cream, skim milk, yeah. And honestly, it can be both those things, you know?
Yeah, depending on what you're doing, depending on the pigmentation, the paint range, proper thinning can look different.
I never like to describe how to thin my paint just because...
It makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. It just doesn't feel like there is a great way to do it in a quantifiable way, and I'd rather not mislead people. But I guess some description is better than none, maybe? I don't know.
Flapjack Nicholas X says, melted ice cream consistency always feels way too thick for me. The question is, and this is the thing that I struggled with for a long time, melted ice cream can mean a lot of things.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that the description of skim milk is at least more valuable because it doesn't have like 5 different states that you would all describe the same way, right? Because melted ice cream can be the very slightly melted stuff on the edge of the bowl when you first put it in there, all the way to like, I put ice cream in the microwave and turned it back into its base elements.
Its base elements.
It's components of water and fat. Like, you know, there's a lot of room where you would call it melted or melting ice cream. So it wasn't super useful to me because I felt like Vallejo came out of the bottle looking like melted ice cream. I do think skim milk is probably too thin for most paint ranges. But you will get smooth coats. It just will take more than 2.
Oh, for sure. Skim milk is pretty thin for base coats. I'm actually more in that like thicker, heavy whipping cream kind of area.
Yeah.
To use continue the dairy analogy here.
Rufus Kit says heavy cream is very fluid but not too thin. I think heavy cream is actually what I would call like the proper base coating consistency for most paint ranges.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with like this base coating consistency out of the pot for this particular paint range. And just to kind of give you an example of what we're looking like this is what I'm happy with for base coating. You know, it's kind of thick, but not too thick. It still has a nice amount of flow. Get some more paint, you know. It's like, it depends on the paint range, right? Because some paint ranges have worse opacity than others, and so you're trying to strike this balance between fluidity, opacity, and that's it. Those 2 things.
Well, and then there's the really fun element that many paint ranges, it's not consistent between colors.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if I told someone you should thin your paint 1 part water to 1 part paint, right? Or whatever. 2 parts water to 1 part paint, or 2 parts paint to 1 part water, or whatever. That might be true for some of the paint range, and then other paints in that same paint range don't thin as consistently at that level.
Yep. So I've just avoided it. Avoided describing mixing, dilution. So I can't do it in a good way without potentially confusing people. Which may seem like a cop-out. Maybe it is a cop-out. I don't know. I don't know. It's like you're looking for a behavior of the paint, not necessarily a particular ratio.
You don't have to thin your paint if you just dry brush. Easy.
Nice. It's a cop-out. I haven't noticed Scott lick his brush once today. Has the habit been broken? No, I definitely messed up a couple of times, but it's significantly less, I would hope. Bright-ass white socks. I love it. I love breaking...
Mama Wolf, you could literally say that about any miniature hobbying topic. Just gonna pin this forever. Vince has a good video on it. How many hobby cheatings does he have? Like 340 something?
We're in the 300s. We're in the mid 300s for sure. I fucking love these white ass socks.
Oh, excuse me. Not 340 something. 393.
It's just...
Jesus, Mother Mary. That's a lot of videos.
Rufus definitely peeped me licking my brush. And Mike was like, Rufus, you narc. What's the question? Doesn't matter. Vince has the answer.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
Prolific.
If you just want a straight guide on something miniature hobbying related, you just go on YouTube and you type in Vince Venturella and then the topic that you're looking for. And I'm positive he's done a video on it.
Vampire flesh.
Ghoul flesh. OSL on ghoul flesh. Using oil and acrylic paint together. Oh yeah, that's right. He did a monochromatic type scheme on The Witch.
He did. He's also painting the Ranger right now.
I know. He was talking about how happy and excited he was about that.
I know. Makes me happy to hear. What made me want to stop licking my brush? Honestly, this paint range came with a disclaimer. Like, don't eat the paint. There might be adverse effects. And when I first heard that, I was like, oh, this paint is actually worse than every other brand. Then I come to find out that this brand uses the same kind of pigments that most other brands probably use. I can't confirm that, but they're like artists. They're not cadmium. They're like synthetic artist grade pigments, a very normal paint pigment. And so it's like if they're telling their consumers that you shouldn't eat this, it's harmful. I thought that pigments were mostly benign. Like they're kind of just like, whatever, like you shouldn't eat it, but like, is it gonna kill you? No. But like if they are harmful, like literally harmful, then I shouldn't be doing that. I should fucking figure it out. So that's why I'm trying to stop doing it. And the wet paper towel is helping a lot to be a pseudo mouth.
A pseudo mouth.
Pseudo mouth.
Yeah, I hear all that, but also I think that society is filled with too many pansies these days. Back in my day, we just ate the paint and we dealt with it.
Yes.
Tastes sweet, so you know it's good for you.
Very reasonable. Rufus says he's been telling me this.
As does the kitten.
They taste so good.
I know the kitten works at an art supply store, and it's like, don't eat the paint. And it's like, yeah, but I could go to the art supply store and get the stuff that smells tasty. 3 minutes left in the giveaway, by the way. If you don't know, we're giving away 4 Reaper's miniatures, a giant worm and 3 from the Bones USA line. ! Moist to enter. You must be a follower of the channel and not live in a country that doesn't allow you to enter giveaways. Again, that's ! Moist to enter the raffle.
Oh, Evan's got his fucking radio voice out now. If I die from licking my brush, I've lived a cush-ass life. I think majority of us are going to die from old age, most likely.
I was talking with a viewer of the channel about doing ad reads on stream for certain size donations. And it's like, we might be able to make something happen.
Sure. Sounds like fun. Yeah, I'm not going to tell people what to do regarding licking their brush or not licking their brush. That's totally up to them. That is what has made me reconsider. Also, my wife doesn't like it. I don't want her to feel weird about it, you know? I don't want her to be like, you know, don't harm yourself. And it's like, I want to harm myself. And it's just like, come on, really?
Well, Brigandise says, as a longtime fan, I'm happy to see you stop eating paint, Scott.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but I appreciate it.
Coronary jump, it just helps you get a good tip. It's not the tongue, it's your lips.
It's everything.
Well, I mean, that's true.
Here, I can defend it. Models have a unique challenge because they're so tiny. And because they're so tiny, paint dries incredibly fast because we use acrylic paint. And so it's very helpful to have a thing right by where you're painting. I paint like this, a gremlin, you know? It's right there. It clears the brush. It brings the brush to a tip. And it's just like, that happens instantly. And then I'm right back in it, right back in the mix. And so it's a unique use case that's helpful. And, you know, it's kind of reasonable.
Bless you.
Thank you. Friends kissing, bro. But twisting on my palette gets my tip, but it takes you out of it, you know? If you're all right here, and I'm like looking at what I'm painting, I don't want to have to do this. It seems like I'm being a pedant, but it's like, it really is annoying to have to like reset the position, do this, find where I was, find where that paint was, and then feather it out. If I can just eat the paint and feather it, and I'm not taking my eyeballs off of anything, it's just way faster. And when I'm painting tiny little bits, I'm doing a little white specular highlight, that paint dries instantaneously.
Time is money, chat.
Time is money as well, regarding giveaways. But yeah, so that's why one might defend brush licking for specifically miniature painting. It has a unique challenge.
All right, here we go. I'm picking the winner. You better be in chat.
Who is it? El Shalafay. El Shalafai?
Shalafi?
I don't know.
Here I am.
Hey, send me. What up, El Shalafai?
Whisper. I'm going to do the same bit I do.
He's doing it, chat.
Every week.
He's doing it.
Rufus Kit says, "Oh no, here we go again. I need your information, such as your address, your name, your email address, and your favorite flower." Congrats on winning. There you go. I just whispered stuff to you. What was it? El Shalafai?
Huddleston, let me be totally honest with you. The reason why I haven't shipped your shit is because I actually don't have a Guild Ball getting starter set. But someone at Adepticon is sending me Guild Ball shit. And undoubtedly, they're going to give me stuff that I don't need. And so I'm waiting for that stuff to arrive so I can give you some of that Guild Ball stuff and the giveaway stuff. That's why I hadn't shipped yet. Normally, we're like out the next day. But that's why. Queen of the Night Tulip, easy. I miss Guild Ball. Play the game. Ain't nothing stopping you.
Yeah, it's sitting here on the desk with your name on it on a Post-it note.
thought I still had that kickoff starter set, but I think I gave it away during the Kickstarter, like the live stream for the Kickstarter that was like 8 hours long. We did a giveaway each hour. I think I had like a Guild Ball like giveaway.
Chat, that's the real reason we should do another Kickstarter, which Scott says he never wants to do again, is so we can do another live Miniac telethon from St. Paul, Minnesota.
That's why Evan wants to do.
That's all I care about.
Yeah, he just cares about flexing that radio voice, baby. All right, I did some wet blending on those socks to bring them up to a nice white. They're looking gleaming. I love a good white sock. Probably paint the stripes similar colors, blues, pastel pinks, greens. You know, anything inspired by what's this show? Rugrats. Yep, Reptar jacket. You know. I'm 61. I've been licking my brush, post enamel since the early 80s. Still alive, kicking, hobbying, and painting more minis. Oh, I'm English though. You reckon that matters? Hee hee. No, it might not matter. You know, it's not gonna. I'm not saying that licking the brush is gonna kill anybody. But you know, there's a lot of things in life that can make you feel worse, right? Can give you pains, can make you, give you a wild stomach ache, give you headaches, like nothing's gonna kill you, but is it reducing your quality of life? Maybe. I don't know the answer to that question. And I'm kind of interested in trying to reduce the number of things that might be, making my quality of life worse. But yes, we're gonna head out now. Who should we raid? Who should get the love? I know Malev right now might be assembling or painting. I think he's painting demon ship models right now. I tried them all, man.
Didn't we raid Malev last week?
I don't know.
I'm fine with it because hell yeah.
Let's put it this way. If you live in the US, you can't afford to gamble that something so easily avoided is going to cause you health issues. I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm just saying that I like to make good choices, good health choices.
Malev is live. He's
all the
painting
time.
something for Demon Ship. Penny Arcade's live painting.
Nice.
They're painting Battletech, our favorite game.
Rufus Kid, I'm saying that. Okay, I got you. Painting miniatures is bad for any budget. This is true. Crazy Vazy, you're very welcome. Have a good night as well, Isador. All right, so those are our two options, Malev or Penny Arcade Expo?
That's what I'm going with. We could also do Monument. Well, what are they painting? They're also painting Battletech.
Oh, fuck yeah, let's do Monument then.
Monument it is. We haven't done Monument in a few weeks.
The leopard print shirt was because the model we're painting has leopard print. Thank you for noticing. Have a great night as well, Leaf Strider. Yeah, we're gonna send you over to Monument Hobby. I don't know if Jason is painting or if it is his painter.
I think it's both. It looks like it's Jason and his painter.
Nice. All right, cool. So you guys will be in good company with those two guys. They're awesome painters. Oh, any chance to take a dig at the U.S. healthcare system? All right, we ready to head on out of here?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for having us hit that 50 sub goal for the giveaway. I really appreciate the donated subs from Anonymous. I appreciate the people buying merch during the stream as well. It all means a lot to me. All the support is very good. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I'll catch you next stream, which is this Thursday. We're playing Frostgrave with Don Haney. And then next Tuesday is another painting stream. Once a week for the painting streams. Every other Thursday, pretty much, for the gaming streams. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. And hopefully between now and the next stream, I will have a finished painting video about this lady. But until next time, enjoy Monument Hobbies. See you guys.